so if this fails...
Krieg's one heck of a prima donna.
Yes, Krieg is even harder than Craig.
Yeah.
So, lady,
It's spell again.
why did you just start at 100? The kid's obviously riveted.
Let's just say it's easier to it's easier to bath it's easier to bath Sprinkle. Yeah, I watched
Well, especially since Sprinkle is dead.
It's brave of you to wash a dead animal. Poor Sprinkle.
It's a running joke. It's fine.
I know. It's mostly from Travis. I swear to God, he did it just to wind Laura up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
those two no
Weasel's
joke
been
is like,
dead
again,
for
sorry
2
to drag
weeks.
us down to this rat hole, but yeah, Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham are kind of husband and wife goals.
Oh god, yeah.
If I'm honest. Yeah.
Also, hi stream.
Hi, Stream.
Hello, stream.
Ignore us gushing over Critical Role. I randomly ran into a pair of critters when I was playing Overwatch the other night with Colin. They were called Keyleth and Vaxel Dan.
Aww. Cute.
May the gods bless Laura Bailey, our beloved Empress of the Dice.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Did you
High
see
Priestess
the
of
new
the
merch they
Traveller.
have? They are literally selling like merch sacks, dice sacks now.
Yeah,
Oh, God, I
they
need
do
to get
look
one.
cool.
I need to get one.
Have you not seen it yet?
I've not seen it yet. I need to get them.
Yeah,
Laura got
I
one
I
free
got
for the
you.
merch thing, and Travis was like, "You don't have to fill that one. You don't have to." He's like, "Yeah, please, no, you
Yep.
don't."
You don't have to, but
You want to.
It just goes back to my idea that this golem-like creature living in one of the rooms in their house, and Ronan's gonna. One day, Ronan's just gonna go, "Dad, what's that weird creature? That's the guy your mother hires to look after her dice." We don't talk about him. Please.
my precious, her precious.
I don't know, when he turns around, when he speaks to Travis and Laura, he just speaks completely normally, but as soon as he goes back into the dice cupboard.
No, he speaks like that for everyone to everyone else, and when they're all alone, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know, I've seen your magnetite dice.
Quite
attractive.
Oh, take 3 points of psychic damage for that one.
Mm.
Anyway, DM.
Yes, so let's get. You'll talk about someone else's campaign. Let's talk about this one. Last week, our party made their way through to Maelstrom Isles to rescue their dear companion Holly, who had been captured by Sahagin, and end up having to be rescued themselves by the Raven Queen.
Thank you, most merciful Raven Queen.
After a quick tete-a-tete with the outcome of fate, you end up in the port town of St. Wayland.
Huh? Oh.
Jeremiah,
Jeremiah.
Professor Carver, Jeremiah, and Ardeth and Anarchy remained on the ship, mainly waiting for everyone to wake up so they could join the others at the Wanderer's ward.
To be fair, he was really tired after his injuries, and he did work hard to help us.
That is true. Let's go back aboard the Ravager with the crew who were left behind. Now I just need to get us onto the ship map.
Yeah, just a bit.
And I just need to... I forgot to clear the deck. Literally.
I forgot to take my long rest, apparently.
Oh yeah, we were allowed long
You
rest.
didn't get a chance to... We've not had a chance to do so yet.
Okay.
I mean, let's be fair, if anyone had one, it was going to be Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Okay, back to that then.
Ardeth is below decks, checking on Professor Calf. Professor?
Okay. Right, yes. Hello, I'm awake. I am... Hi. Hello. You again?
Ardeth.
Okay. Where are we again?
We've just arrived at a place called St. Wayland.
Right. Yes. Sorry, a bit absent-minded. Was a bit preoccupied. I was catching up on some reading and everything, and I think I've lost track of time. So we've arrived now, yes?
Yes, we did have a little bit of a incident.
Okay. What kind of incident?
Mainly, Holly got captured by some Saugin, and we had to rescue her.
Oh, I say. Which one's Holly again?
The tiefling.
Ah,
Blue
right.
skin.
Oh, the blue one. Right. Okay. Right. Oh, I hope everyone's all right.
Well, we had to be rescued by the Raven Queen, but
The who?
the Raven Queen.
Right. So, yeah. Basically, this what she sees before her is this really elderly-looking dude. He's bundled up in like this, dark black robe. But underneath that, they're like these fairly worn, old, slightly tatty-looking scholarly robes, and he's kind of just like blinking a little in confusion. He's completely blind, by the way. He's just sort of like staring in her like general direction. Mild look of confusion on his face. The Raven Queen is in a god?
Yes, apparently there's quite a few of them dotting around this area.
Okay. Are we sleeping on the boat or are we sleeping on shore?
The others made their way to a place called the Wanderer's Ward. I'm assuming it's a tavern.
Right. Is Sammy with the group?
Sammy's moved. Yes, Sammy's with the group.
Very well then.
Jeremiah and Anarchy are still on the deck.
Right. I'll remember those names eventually. Which ones are those again?
The small girl and the Barbarian.
The Barbarian. Okay.
Barbarian.
Okay.
Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Barbarian.
Right.
Always Bobby Bill for me.
Mhm. Okay. He just nods in her general direction, and he basically he puts one hand on this really long, gnarled-looking staff, and holds out the other to ask for her to help him up.
Ardeth extends her arm to basically help him.
Thank you very much, my dear. He gets up and gives a little whistle, and you hear this little from the corner as this little raven perches onto the edge of his stick. Right. Well, I guess we should be going then.
Indeed. Come on, let's go to the top, to the upper deck.
Righto.
And I'm just going to grab you to save time.
Buy me a drink first.
I'll grab you, not pick you up. And we arrive on deck. Anarchy is still snoozing, as is Jeremiah.
No more gravy.
Nice, well, I'll look after Anarchy if you can wake up the big fellow.
Quite. Where are we supposed to be meeting exactly, my dear?
It's a tavern down the other side of the quay called the Wanderer's Ward.
Right. No problem. Koth wanders over again. This is to all appearances, this blind old dude, but he goes straight over to Jeremiah and gives him a poke with a stick. Up you get! Up we go!
Oh yeah. Morning. Whatever counts as morning.
The raven looks around for a moment and tilts its head to the side. What time of day is it?
It's pretty late in the evening. It's getting close to about 7 p.m.-ish.
Right. Yeah, not quite morning yet, young man. Come on. Unless you want to sleep there.
No, not anymore.
Right. You're not going to let an old man go by himself in a dangerous city, are you?
Ardeth scoops up Anarchy.
Well,
carries her.
You got Anarchy, Ardeth?
Yes, I got her.
All right, we better make way to the tavern at least.
Oh, lead the way then. And Carther sticks his hand on, well, probably not the shoulder because of his height, probably the forearm of Jeremiah, and lets him lead the way.
He hooks him a little bit under and guides him carefully down the gangway to the off the ship and down to the cave.
Oh, thank you, young man. Thank you so much.
Just going to change its song very quickly.
I love the fact that I spent 2 months trying to figure out the voice for this character, and literally as we start, is a completely different voice now.
That's what happened.
Fairly close, though, to be honest, Dennis. Still fairly close.
Thank you.
To be honest, right now Jeremiah sounds a bit too high.
You make your way down onto Main Street, where the key is, and start making your way towards the southern gate of the city. As you approach, you notice the large upturned longboat.
Oh yeah,
which
that
stands for a roof.
That's where we're supposed to meet. I was still awake at that point.
Yes, I'm glad that you were at that point.
Well, and after we got into the meeting with the Raven Queen.
That was an interesting experience.
Yes, talking to gods always makes me tired. And it lifts my voice for some reason.
Indeed.
Karth kind of raises his eyebrow at that a little as he's walking along with them, but he doesn't say anything.
Can't say I've ever met a god before. Apparently, in this land, there's quite a lot of them.
That's what I mean.
So
Well,
far,
in we go then. Sorry.
Of course.
Thank you.
You make your way into the tavern and make your way over to the barkeep. And I was going to music on. Right. What can I get you?
Let's see. I'll have a whiskey, please, sir. Karth
Smart
turns
man.
and basically he's looking at 90 degrees from where the barman actually is and asks for a whiskey.
Smart man. 1 second. And I still haven't updated the bloody price list. It'll be 5 silvers for a whiskey.
Speak up, it's very loud in here.
Sorry.
It's all good.
It'll be 5 silvers for a whiskey.
Okay. Karth pats his purse down. The player realizes he's not actually entered any gold for this character. And Karth will look in the general direction of Jeremiah with a friendly, doddering smile.
I'll have a pint. Your best.
That will be 3 silver, please.
All right. And he hands over gold. Keep the change.
Thanks so much, sir. The elf smiles and Ardeth leans towards him. Excuse me, we're looking for a goblin, a kobold, and a tiefling. Oh, you want the back room? They're with the turtle and the Aarakocra.
Sounds like our guys.
I doubt our crew is exactly inconspicuous.
Well, in a bustling town, people come and go.
Ardeth thinks for a second and nods. Well, might as well go meet up with them again.
So just for clarification, did Jeremiah actually pay for Karth's drink as well?
Yeah.
Okay. As he's walking past the bar without looking, Karth just picks the glass up and takes it with him.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah, I
Look,
can see that.
Don't make me Transformers name.
Look, all Squish is saying is rat is tasty under the right circumstances.
Well, I'm glad to see we're all together, having fun.
Seems like
Yeah,
it.
after the
Ah,
experience we've had.
yeah, meeting guards is apparently a regular thing in this place.
Which sounds quite disturbing. Karth just pulls a chair out and sits next to Samael. Seems I missed a bit of a party.
Yes, you did, old friend.
The sights you could have seen. Oh, sorry.
Karth just clearly this dude is blind, but you see him sort of like glare into the middle distance, and it's like the raven on his cane just like turns and the raven kind of does the glaring for him, and he's just staring straight at Jeremiah. I'm
sorry. I didn't think about the fact that you are visually impaired.
The word is blind, my dear fellow.
Well, some things you seem to notice, like whiskey.
Well, everyone knows whiskey, don't they? Takes a deep drink.
Well, whiskey in the Maelstrom Islands usually comes from the Ventralian Empire, so not exactly legal, strictly speaking.
Well, let's be honest, most of the stuff we do isn't strictly legal, is it?
Is Holly with y'all at this point?
Yes, unless she went to the ladies' room.
Yep.
She did not, so I just wasn't sure.
No, Holly's
Okay.
there, as far as I know.
Yeah. Everyone has their own unique life experiences, and sometimes if you're focused on one sense too much, you miss things. I think this would be a good opportunity for everyone here to recognize that.
Have a very positive outlook on life, young lady.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome.
Yeah.
I'm afraid
All
my
right.
current experiences are all I have.
Holly
You're still
distractedly is like closing her eyes and like listen, and you can tell from her body language she's just listening to everything.
I would say as that's going on, Karth smirks a little and carries on drinking before turning to, again, I will remember the names. What was the name of the foreclaimer lady? Ardeth, okay. So, tell me, my dear, how exactly did you come to work for our patron, shall we say?
If you're going to a mistress, she's kind of put Anarchy down in the little corner on the sofa, just to give her somewhere to rest. The mistress's agents found me in a ruin.
Interesting.
I was unconscious, asleep, had been for a very long time. They found me and, well, my gift for research intrigued the mistress.
What is your area of expertise, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a little hard to say. I suppose it's a little bit of everything. I just have this natural gift for research.
And out of curiosity, where exactly did they find you?
It was a lost ruins somewhere in the islands further south. I should say further east, heading towards Australia.
Ah, okay, no problem then. He seems to relax a little at that and goes back to his drink.
She wanted me to research someone from her past.
Oh, yes.
So I can't really say for certain I didn't find much, but apparently you asked to work on it as well.
He takes a moment and then just carries on drinking. Oh, right. Got you.
Still, that's basically all I can really remember. I can't remember anything beforehand, apart from some vague visions.
Well, last time I'm at such a colourful party, they hired me as muscle.
I'm green.
I know
Are
you
you?
are.
Squish Connect looks at her hand very quickly as if to make sure. Yes?
Are you a goblin?
Just grins at the big yellow teeth. Yeah.
Oh. And in Goblinoid, he is going to say, pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you talk funny. She says that in Goblin, by the way.
Ah, okay. Yes, I suppose it's a bit of an accent.
Squish thought you were dead in the boat.
No, not dead, just a little distracted. Apologies about that. It's, I'm an old man, and my mind tends to wander.
As long as you don't fall over midnight over here.
You should keep going ahead. That'll stop your mind escaping.
What is making that sound? As he's saying this, again, you see the raven just like its eyes are like locked on Midnight.
Oh, that's my
Midnight.
son. It's midnight.
Midnight pokes his head over the top of the edge of the table. You see, the raven just sees this little black dragon staring up at it.
Oh my, that's very interesting. And that's your baby?
Yeah.
Oh.
Found it.
No. Like, Squish puts her hand over the ears. I haven't told him he's adopted.
Well, I can't exactly say I would approve of taking a child into combat, but no, I assume you know best for your own child.
He came into being basically after fighting was over.
Interesting, very interesting.
And
Yes.
he's actually a very competent fighter for his size.
Ah, well, I'll trust your judgment there, Sammy.
Yeah, you always have before.
Indeed.
Night.
So yeah, after you.
No, after you, Dennis.
All I was going to say is that Karth is just going to give her like a good-natured old man smile and just carry on drinking.
Well, I suppose the rest of you.
Into what?
Into your creepy old manness.
Yeah, roll insight.
Ah, crap. My extension is blocked, so my insight is +2, so I'm just going to do this.
And that is why I carried Jeremiah into.
He seems nice enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I've whispered the result of my roll, so.
Yeah. Squish, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
He seems legit.
I suppose you should be getting something to eat.
Might be a good idea. Want me to poke my head out and send out an order?
Oh, if you wouldn't mind being useful, young man, that would be very much appreciated.
Jeremiah just glares over to Professor Karth for a second, then thinks better of it, and to say anything, and pokes it. Basically, okay, any special diets, anything?
Oh, I'll eat anything.
Eat food? Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Ollie, has your diet changed? Or are you still a vegetarian?
Yes,
Vegetarianism is something I've experimented with, but honestly, sharing in the energy of life and death with everything you eat is part of being a part of the cosmic cycle.
So I don't have to get you a salad, okay?
You don't have to get me anything, Jeremiah.
Look, if I'm poking my head out, then it's only fair for me to ask you all and take your orders. In this regard. Before Professor Koth can say anything.
Jeremiah, surprise me.
Oh.
That's in character. She's laughing. She's like, that's amazing.
All right, I'll see what I can get.
And then she looks over at the. She looks over at. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll see what I can get. It might be seafood, though.
And then she looks over at Squish and says, "Thank you. You've made that moment much more exciting than it was."
Jeremiah pokes his head out. Oi!
At this point, the elf looks over and he goes, "Yeah, what is it?"
Can we get something to eat?
Anything in particular, or just want a platter?
Oh, just a platter.
Right, I'll send you in a few minutes.
All right.
I tried to eat one of those once. The monks didn't like it.
Don't eat the whole platter. You don't eat the big thing. You eat the things on the big thing.
Oh. That might be why
Sometimes
they were
life is
mad.
like that.
Because otherwise you have too many fibers in your diet. It'll be a minute. It'll be a minute or 5. Or 2.
At this point, Jenkins empties his glass of brandy and pulls one out from the cask. So, what are you planning to do next?
Karth instantly has his glass right next to the keg, just staring into space.
Are you sure you're not a sailor as well?
Oh, I've been to sea once or twice.
Jenkins fills your glass.
Thank you, good man. Oh.
It's much appreciated. Glad to see someone else my own age.
Karth smirks at that for a moment. Well, my main skill set is more negotiation and problem solving, shall we say. If we ever get in a situation where we need to talk our way out, I can speak Aquan, a few other different languages, so hopefully we won't have any fighting with any Aqua people or anything like that. That would be unfortunate.
You mean besides the fact we all thought the sour again about 5 minutes ago?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, you notice this quip came from the Aarakocra, the crow.
Let's just say our acquaintance to Holly.
I'm sorry, what? I did not hear you.
Pliny was just telling Karth about our little incident with the Sourgin and Sokola.
Their culture is fascinating, but they are a bit obsessed with death. It's really...
Yeah, they tried to feed you to a big snake.
Sea serpent. More like
They
it.
are a fascinating culture. I spent a little bit of time studying them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did you
Quite
find that my
you can
experience...
compare notes.
Did you find that my experience was typical?
Typically they don't release the offerings to their deity, so I would say you are quite unique in that regard, my dear.
Yes, we.
If it hadn't
That-
been for the Raven Queen, she wouldn't have been an exception to the rule.
When it's time, it's time.
We got out of there by the seat of our ass.
I'm very sorry I wasn't there to assist. At the very least, I mean, you've seen me talk my way out of most things, but at the very least, I could have electrocuted them all. Fried fish and all that.
Well,
By the way,
unfortunately,
the Howwaking captain isn't with us, is he?
no, he's not.
No.
Good, yeah, Karth wouldn't have said that.
Death by electrocution
Mm.
To be
is
honest,
a very busy way to go.
to be honest, Shield 2 have actually killed a couple of Saurgin himself in that fight, so
Mm.
That was when the monks tried to make me speak all proper, like.
You were trained by monks, is that correct, my dear?
Yeah.
Interesting. Where was that exactly?
I don't know.
Huh.
Just gonna point out too, Squish mixed up electrocution with elocution.
Oh, yeah, that one slipped me by.
No,
Bravo.
it slipped me because I thought I literally thought it was like the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. No. Zzz.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mwah, beautiful.
Squish
I
knows a
just
lot
took
of
it literally.
things, but she's not smart.
Mm.
Sometimes I wonder if she's self-taught to a degree.
How do you mean, Jeremiah?
I'll be honest,
Well-
I don't see a problem with that. I was self-taught. We all
I'm
are
not
in a
saying-
way.
I'm not saying that I see a problem in that.
I
It's
caught the
just that
rats.
sometimes she does things a little bit unusually.
She's here in the room with us.
Yeah, and we are an unusual group. I could tell you this. Fuck normal. And he takes a shot of his whiskey.
Fuck normal and be obsessed with death.
Yes, normal. If things were normal, I'd still be human.
Yeah.
But you're pretty
So you
blue.
remind
Normal
me of
isn't
a woman.
exciting. Sometimes it's welcome. For instance, if you're sitting down in a chair and you have a nice bowl of something hot and delicious and you just want to listen to the rain, normal is good. If you're falling off a cliff, you don't really want things to end normally. Unless it's your time.
that has a surprising amount of logic behind it.
Squish just kind of blinks and slowly nods. As if to say, yes, I totally understood some of those words.
To be
But the
honest,
important thing is
Professor,
that we're together.
Professor, you sometimes remind me of that woman I met with a group a few years back. 3 or 4 years.
Right. Karth actually turns to look in his direction now, genuinely interested in this.
She was a fiery person, shall we say. But also very atypical.
Karth just the blind eyes just stare in your general direction for half a second, and it's like, okay. Turns back to his drink.
Wanted to hire me for traveling to a place. Forgot where that was actually. Something B. Miniers.
Well, out of So, is everyone up to speed on everybody's skill set and everything, and what the overall plan is?
I'm a carpenter.
Oh, well, as I said, I'm mainly a translator. That's how I make most of my coin these days. Although, researcher, and again, he nudges Samael, problem solver on occasion.
Yes.
I hit things.
I'm quite adept with both spells and my blade.
What school of magic would you say you are most in tune with, my dear?
Well, I'm technically speaking trained as a blade singer.
Oh. Given Karth, his background as a former lecturer and everything, a studier and everything, would he be aware of the Blade Singers?
Yes, there were quite a few blade singers at the Academia Arcanum.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he's never seen this particular one before.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh.
Well, he can't see her because he's blind.
Yeah,
he's
blind.
Most
He's legally
blade
blind.
Most blade singers outside of the Wildlands, where the Elven City actually is, would be at the Academia Arcanum.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably know about 90% of the ones in the gnome area.
Yeah, so he'd have a good general bead of like the actual roster of people, and this is one he's not come across before.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. So yes, do we? I guess the basic gist is who are tanks, who are healers, and who like ours are the DPS, should you say?
I'm not a tank. I'm a carpenter.
That fourth wall looks mighty fragile.
I'm a person, and my name is Jeremiah. Someone got it.
Yep.
But Holly folds her
steps.
hands. Holly folds her hands together and says, "I am indeed a healer, and a conduit for the cycles of the universe, per my destiny."
Good to know. Sure. And he points over to the sleeping Anarchy, who incidentally has just sent me a message. She is joining us shortly. She's just recovering from the dentist.
She's a person, and her name is Anarchy.
Delightful name. Why do we I mean, to be fair, we have a baby with us, but why do we have a child with us? And yet again, he is actually pointing in her direction. And she's not made any noise, so...
Anarchy.
Is she still asleep?
Yeah, she's still asleep.
Holly would say, "Anarchy," very quietly and conspiratorial. She would lean down and put her hands out and would say, "Anarchy is very, very special and worthy of being here as much as I am."
I mean, I will take your word for it, my dear. I'm just curious what her skills are.
She likes it to be a surprise.
Yes,
She's
Mistress
very
was most
excitable.
I just hope I don't have to play the father.
Well, she's...
I have not.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have not personally seen her in action yet, but Mistress
I
speaks very
have.
highly of her skill.
Oh, well, I look forward to it then.
I can answer questions on her behalf, but really, I meant what I said. She does like for it to be a surprise. You'll see.
Fair enough.
Isn't life exciting when you don't know what's going to happen next?
I couldn't agree with you more, my dear.
It's all an opportunity for learning.
Yes, it is. I could
No,
not
that's fine.
actually agree more. He gives Holly a big clap on the shoulder at that.
Huh. Well, then I'm glad we finally have had a chance to talk.
Likewise, my dear, likewise.
We've all been busy preparing for a great adventure. All of us here together. This is our first chance to really join as one and understand each other. And I'm so grateful for that. I really want to express gratitude to each and every one of you.
You already expressed your gratitude, and I responded to that by falling asleep. I'm sorry about that.
You were hurt, and I was healing you. I try to be a source of that kind of calm for people who need it, trying to help them understand where they are in the bounds of things in their life.
Still not the kindest thing to do to fall asleep on someone who takes care of you.
Actually, I would consider that very kind because you're telling me that my effect on you is soothing.
I'm really sorry,
Thank
but
you
I just
for
had a really
resting.
bad mental image of Holly just holding someone under the water going, shh, it's okay, it's your time. Shh, shh.
Hey, who knows if the Raven Queen didn't save her from that fate?
I know, I love Holly. Holly's a fantastic character, but sometimes she sounds like such a sociopath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to ask the Raven Queen about that.
I'm not telling.
Yeah, who knows what she... Yeah, well, remember her comment. Well, we'll have to wait until Anarchy comes back, but later.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, Karth's just going to be, eating food and everything, and just chiming in on occasion. But for the most part, he just seems to be listening to the conversation, trying to get a bead on everybody else in the room.
At this point, a young tiefling woman wanders in carrying a large platter of rice. You want to order the platter? Okay. She just kind of places it on the table very carefully and... you've already got... I see Mr. Jenkins has got a barrel, so I'll leave you to it.
All right.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Just like a little courtesy and then leaves.
As she's about to leave, Karth hands her a gold piece.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I hope you have a very pleasant evening.
And you, my dear, thank you.
Okay, how stealthy is he?
How stealthy is who?
Professor Karth. Is he trying to do this?
Oh no! He
stealthily,
literally just like, and again, it's like he's not staring at her or anything. He just holds a hand out in the direction where she is and hands her a coin.
I can't believe I paid your drink.
That's where that was. Here you go, my friend. Next round's going to be on me.
I hope there's time for a next round.
Oh, there's always time for a next round.
Meanwhile, Squish is trying to get an entire lobster tail in her mouth.
Squish, I believe you peel off the shell first. I'll eat what's inside.
That has a good crunch. It's like the big spiders. They're tasty.
Holly laughs and says, "Oh, spiders have so many fascinating aspects of their diet."
She's not wrong.
Again.
They're quite delicious.
Tried to eat me.
I retract what I said. Being like that fiery woman, she seemed to be afraid of him.
It took me a second. It took me a second to get.
Just a very short meeting, but still.
I will tell you this: Karth is nothing like Ez.
Yeah. At times he seems like her, so that's the only thing the player's going to say. But of course, things are different.
I'd hope so.
After all, Karth is Karth and not Ez. Jeremiah's hopefully not turning out to be a second Rise. So far, he hasn't killed anyone.
I mean, he's only just sat down at the table, and he's not killed anyone you know.
Just hear soft, crunchy noises. Both Midnight and Squish chow down onto the shellfish.
What did Jeremiah bring, Holly?
I brought the platter, so it's a mixture of seafood and stuff. It's basically buffet style.
Water spiders. They just holds up the claw of a lobster.
You want me to put some onto your plate, Holly?
Thanks, I'll take care of it.
All right.
So she just takes a small amount, very small. She's not below even a meal. She's snacking.
If they have any meat here.
I hope so.
Can people roll perception for me, please?
Absolutely. Perception. I'm blind. Leave me alone.
Jeremiah
Well,
and
you can always roll for your raven.
Samael, you know what I want.
Oh, high severity.
Samael, as you're starting to eat, you bite down onto a piece of fried lobster tail, and it flicks up into your eye.
You okay there, Sammy?
Glad to my eye.
Jeremiah, Squish, and Holly, you notice Ardeth is not eating.
I'm sorry. Did you want some? Offer him a half nod on lobster tail.
She's a woman.
Yeah.
Her, sorry.
Yes. Ardeth just picks up a shrimp and kind of lifts a mask up partially and slides underneath.
Squish does that kind of little dog tilt head thing, huh? What?
You know, it'd be adorable as if Midnight did it too.
Yeah, Midnight copies.
I'd say just for the fun of it, the Raven's doing the same thing.
Say, Ardeth, is this not to your liking, or do you just prefer to eat in solitude?
It's more that I can't remove the mask.
If you want us, we can turn around.
It's not that, it's... When she kind of motions towards her stomach where the receptacle for the power crystal is. When they found me, I was feral. I don't know what had happened, but the crystal was damaged, and well, luckily there were some spares, but well, the mask helps. Whenever I have my face exposed, I start to lose it.
Oh,
Mind if a personal question? Are you aware of any others of your kind? Lost civilizations is kind of a thing of mine, and I'm not familiar with anything resembling your nature.
Whole civilizations sent to the world of the Raven Queen.
It's more of a... I'm really not sure, I mean... there was some other of my people there, but They're all dead. Long, long dead. I really don't know if... It seems like some of them left the ruins, but I can't say for certain if they're still alive. It could have been hundreds or thousands of years ago.
Karth kind of freezes up a little at the mention of how long ago it was. Given his area of research and everything, would there be anything he can roll to see if he would have heard anything about this kind of thing?
I would say roll history.
History. Okay. Just a straight roll?
Yeah, just a straight roll.
Sure.
Meanwhile, while you're doing
Hey.
that, Holly is like got her arm propped up, propping like her hand on her chin and propped up with her arm, and she like up on the table, slightly rudely, and she's just like looking off into the skyward, sighing.
Karth, you've heard that there is been ruins with similar crystals found, but most of them, strangely enough, only appear about 2,500 years ago. But other than that, other than the age of the ruins, nothing else is known other than there's lots of these crystals in them.
Interesting. Karth, yeah, he's actually going to mention this just in my general studies. I don't know if the mistress has given you the information that I have, but since we're working together, and he's going to give a few locations that he remembers off the top of his head that might be of interest to her.
When you mention, she just shakes her head. She can't remember anything. Other than that, she was found in what looked like a tomb in what seemed to be a strange block of ice built into a wall.
Nice, interesting.
Which the ice disappeared as soon as one of these crystals was removed from a slot nearby.
Very interesting. But anything I can do to help you out, my dear, it would be my genuine pleasure. It's sort of my thing, after all. Lost civilizations,
It is
past.
appreciated, but I get the feeling I don't really want to know what happened to my people.
Anyone we lose is always with. It's just a short journey.
Well, the journey is a bit longer. I've heard of some people that look like trees that are hundreds, if not thousands of years old. Though
Time
to
and
be
distance
fair,
aren't the same. Time and distance are very different things. Time
but
can go on for a great length, but distance, sometimes the difference between life and death is in mere inches.
True words were never said, my dear. Or maybe they had, but I've not heard them yet.
Thank you. It's all about perspective, Jeremiah. Embrace the different, and you'll find your life is more free.
Jeremiah just blinks at her. I must have hurt my head harder than I thought.
And so your journey has begun.
Midnight just looks at Squish and nods.
To be fair, Squish, your pants are very fancy.
Just looks down to like these little tattered brown things. Like,
You don't want to know what I'm been tempted to do all day. In regard to the party.
Go for it.
You're the dear.
Oh no, I've got to draw the maps for it first.
You're not trying to poison us, are you?
No. This is further down the line.
Is it the one?
Oh, the poison's further down the line. Great.
Is it in relation to what you asked me about Squish's past?
No. This is something else.
It's not all about kung fu fighting.
Those guys are fast as lightning, you know.
At first, it was a little bit frightening,
Mhm.
but they did it with expert timing, I know.
Oh ha. Anyway.
Soft rhymes can be beautiful.
Anyway,
We should probably make plans for tomorrow at least to find the offspring of
Well,
the one who spared.
The offspring of the what now?
Oh, that's right. You don't know. We are on a quest to find and retrieve a
child.
god's child.
Well,
Holly's so
Yes.
excited. She's like practically shaking. She says, "We're off to
Yes.
find a god's child." The way it worked out was the Raven Queen rescued us from almost certain death and
Yeah.
decided that it was not our time. And she made a deal with the god who almost ate me. And the god said that we were supposed to find its child.
Right. Interesting.
It's going to be so amazing.
What does, given his study and everything, what does Karth know about the, the great sea serpent? Would there be anything that he could, in his experience, for that?
Roll a history check, please.
Another history? Sure thing. 22.
22. You know that because of how the barrier to Avernus and the Nine Hells works, gods from that dimension can't just pop in willy-nilly unless they're like Asmodeus's level, unless they're a proper god.
Mm.
You know, as another human. But you know what I mean? Basically, as long as they're a
yeah.
senior god, they can pop in and out, but gods like Tiamat and Sokola, they can't do that. They have to assume lesser forms to come into the material plane.
Mm. Meat puppets.
Basically, yeah. And one of Sokola's preferred forms is a large sea serpent shark hybrid.
Right. Well, that's interesting. From what I understand is one of the avatars of this deity at some point either produced asexually or the alternative is a little bit concerning. It boggles the mind a little. But apparently it has offspring. It's very,
Yes.
very interesting. So the
don't know
idea
if
is...
it's a demigod.
Either, regardless, whatever this entity is going to be quite powerful. So if it's been stolen or kidnapped, we're probably dealing with something pretty powerful in return. Or at least implicit to us.
Well, the mistress did advise we find Sin. They would be able to help us.
Yes, I remember what that is. Karth has no idea.
You want me to go to the Temple of Sune? If there's any around?
At this point, Jenkins interrupts and goes, "Nah, Sin's a guy."
Oh, that kind of sin.
Yeah,
Sin has a name.
He's a.
I thought
he's
we weren't
Sin,
going to
nah.
indulge in sin.
No, Jenkins just kind of claps his hand to his head and goes, "Nah, Sin is the leader of the smugglers running out of Galrad. Apparently, he's working with your mistress."
Well, she's not technically mine.
I think that was just a general term, Jeremiah.
I know.
That is the moniker she goes by. But right, so that's our contact. So we're just stopping the night here, and then in the morning we're heading on to see this individual?
I
correct?
suppose so.
It's supposed to be based out of a town called Galrad. Yeah, that's what I just said. It's just go out of town and then just follow the road through the marshes and you'll find your way there.
No problem, no problem.
Of course, you have to realize that Sin is a wanted man.
Well, yeah, we want him.
All the
I-
interesting
no,
people
don't-
are.
I was meaning more by the revenue men.
I
Well,
understand.
let's put it this way. We are on a mission of mercy and diplomacy to help unite two warring nations, the sea and the land. I mean, if people are going to get in the way, then they're going to die.
Well, let's just say if a certain someone in this town ended up dead, there wouldn't be many mourning people at his funeral, if you get what I mean.
Oh, well, who would that be? Karth actually pulls out a little notebook, and the raven hops on his shoulder and looks at it.
Some piggy little runt named, what was his name? Jenkins kind of racks his brain for a second and he goes, "Oh, Makepeace."
Okay, so you want us to make pieces of Makepeace. We got you.
Well, I don't actually want that, but like I said, no one around here would shed a tear if it happened.
Yeah, good
But,
to know. Good to know.
I wouldn't advise charging into the revenue house. He's got a lot of guards.
People's journey into the afterlife shouldn't be a time for tears anyway.
No,
It's a
it's
time-
more akin to it's going to if we were to go in there and guide him to the Raven Queen, so to speak, to the afterlife, we would be having a hard time because we would have to guide others as well.
It's not up to us
Seem-
to guide people to the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen chooses. People are just conduits for it.
Yes, then she's going to be making a lot of choices then.
Yeah, she's
All of
she's
us-
going to get a new bunch of visitors.
All of us will have to make choices. All of us will have to make choices on this journey.
I don't
And as
think-
she says this, she turns her head slightly sideways and like she kind of tips it down a little bit and she does a little wavy gesture with just her fingers specifically toward the raven, making eye contact with the raven.
I don't think marching into a military installation to try and butcher their leader is a good idea.
Oh, I just meant if it came up, you know, and if he was on his own, he was standing over looking at something, and, you know, oops, he slipped. Oh, well.
I like the way you think, my friend.
Well, accidents do happen.
Speaking of, I just need the bathroom. Excuse me.
But Squish just kind of looks and checks his chair. He said accidents, but I don't think he did anything.
Sent you a message, Seph.
Yeah, just replying to it now.
Did Holly just subtly cast Detect Magic on the Raven?
She did not cast a spell of any
No, she
kind.
didn't cast a spell.
Ah, okay, because I was just saying that would have been a baller move if you did that.
No, you're about to see.
Mhm.
You'll.
Well,
Just saying,
Jeremiah
too,
has figured
Squish and
out.
Midnight have been going to town on this platter, so I hope you've got something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Carth got his share. It's
yeah.
Yeah, Ardeth's just kind of been picking because she doesn't eat very often. Okay. Holly, yes, you do notice that
Yes.
Calf's Raven
Cool.
is acting as his eyes.
Welcome to the party.
Could you roll me a history check as well?
Of course. I love history.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
She
you know
loves
what
it.
one?
She loves it, but, you know,
Understanding that's
there's
a
a lot
different
of
part.
it. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
you
it.
know what I want.
Yeah, and I picture Holly like staring into space.
Mm-hmm.
Just Squish is just like
Oh.
pulling on your robe. Hey, you gonna eat that?
You know-
Just pointing to discarded shells.
Oh no, that's fine. You can have that.
Before, you know that wizards have familiars, but that's about all you really know. All you can really remember, anyway.
Wizards do have familiars. What other things am I familiar with? I'm familiar with so many things.
So, I couldn't help but notice that your raven kind of helps you around, Professor.
Oh, well,
That's...
Karth comes back at that point.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yes, well, Lillian here, she helps me out. Yes, unfortunately, he sort of does a very slow turn, and both him and the Raven, they just, again, you know his eyes are blind, but he's just like staring right at you, both of them, and there's just like this like slight low drop in temperature for a second, and then there's just very, very wide friendly smile. There is the Raven.
Oh, okay.
Returns to looking at Jeremiah. Well, I'm a bit of a scholar and have been for a while, and I, unfortunately, my eyes are not as good as they could be, and so Lillian here has been very useful in helping me out. Of course, with my particular abilities, one needs to do a lot of reading. Very difficult to do when blind, but with my little friend here, I'm able to circumvent that little issue.
Someone once tried to give me a book. It was written by a blind man, apparently. It didn't have any words in it that I could read.
Yes, that would be Braille, I'm assuming.
Meanwhile, at this point, Holly is like showing her teeth and looking around embarrassedly at the rest of the party and like kind of like averting gaze. She is like clearly like super offended by the line of conversation. Like, this is so uncomfortable, but she's not saying anything. She clearly thinks Jeremiah is being mega rude.
I didn't know that there existed such a writing system.
No, yes, it's pretty popular. It's basically because most people don't have this kind of ability. You know, they use touch in order. You know, different bumps mean different letters. You know, it's all pattern recognition. You know, basic adaptation. You know, where one adapts to survive. I have to admit, I'm kind of curious why someone would give you a book for the blind. I'm not sure if they were trying to give you a message or something that you didn't get. I don't quite know.
Some of the older monks would give me books sometimes. They gave me bumps. She rubs her head.
I think he was trying to pull a joke on me. He was grinning from ear to ear. Well,
right.
Holly's looking over at Karth with this apologetic look on her face, like she's shifted the blame to herself, and she actually mouths to the Raven, "I'm sorry," and and like gestures slightly over to Jeremiah, like, "I'm sorry."
As quote unquote Karth is looking in Jeremiah's direction, the Raven just gives a like a little shrug.
Holly nods and like hugs herself, like, ew, ew, ew.
I'm sorry, I just didn't know. Didn't really come up in my profession, unfortunately.
No problem, no problem, my friend.
Wood if you are having trouble seeing where the wood is.
Sometimes you don't see the forest for the trees, or so I'm told. But
And
anyway,
sometimes focusing too much on one thing makes you miss everything else. Like I was saying before, I think we should all appreciate each other and recognize our differences.
Jeremiah turns around to her and does a little inside check. Does he see if he notices that she's embarrassed for him?
She's not. She's not making it hidden that she's embarrassed. She's looking to everyone else, sort of like feeling like, is anyone else super uncomfortable by this line of conversation? Like she's not saying it, but that's her look.
Ardeth kind of just looks around the group and goes, I think we've all had enough to drink and could probably do some sleep right now.
Yeah.
not a problem. Karth gets 2 more glasses. Karth is not bothered at all by this, by the way. That helps.
Yeah, it's okay, but Holly is. She's like,
Yeah.
awkward.
So,
Look, Holly, I didn't
staying
mean-
here? Are we going back to the boat?
I think we should probably stay here tonight.
Yeah.
Probably the best option.
Also, Holly, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
You know, when you're sleeping tonight, think about perception. Maybe that'll help. And then Holly turns away instantly, like that's the end of the conversation.
Look, Holly, I was trying to expand my horizon.
I don't feel comfortable talking right now.
You told me that I need to expand my horizon, so I try to.
I'll repeat that I don't feel comfortable talking right now.
Hey, could someone lead me to the room, please?
Absolutely, I'm happy to do so. And then Holly gets up immediately and gestures.
Thank you, my dear. For context as well, because they've done some work before, Samael is probably really familiar with this old man act at this point.
Yeah, he knows what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, my dear. Anyway.
The elf at the bar is kind of watching you, waiting for you to come over. He's just kind of cleaning one of the beer mugs.
Holly says, wait here, and then, goes over to, she says, wait here, please, just a moment. And then she steps over to the bar very fast, hurriedly, and she says, we need our rooms. One of our group is elderly, and we need to go find a place to stay.
Right. Well, it's 5 silver a night per person. How many of there are you?
She counts. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
Seven.
It's 6, isn't it? Or 7?
7.
7.
7. She says, 7.
I'll tell you what. Call it around 4, and I'll throw in breakfast.
That sounds lovely.
Not a problem.
And
just wait over to the bar as well, and he puts down 2 gold.
All right. We've all got double rooms at the moment, I'm afraid. So it's gets 4 keys out and hands them to you.
Professor, would you like to stay with me?
That's very generous of you. I'll see if Sam is all right. I had a little thing I wanted to ask him.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I just was they're offering, and
it's very kind of you to offer, though, my dear. I really appreciate that.
no
Holly,
problem.
Holly, maybe you should take Anarchy with you to the room.
Excellent. Oh, I forgot about Anarchy because she's not talking. I'm sorry. Yes, that's actually. You're right. That's a better plan.
Ardeth's kind of carrying Anarchy at this point.
Okay. I thought she was still. I thought she was still in the boat.
No,
Also-
We had brought her.
out of character. She is planning on joining us shortly. Like I say, she's just got back from the dentist. She's got some few things to take care of.
Here's like randomly carrying an unconscious underage girl through a tavern totally doesn't look suspicious in any shape, form, or fashion.
She's kind of got a nestled. It looks like a mother carrying a daughter sort of arrangement.
And to be fair, you know, depending on racial profiling, it's two tieflings, so most people aren't going to notice.
Well, no, it's an elf carrying carrying. That looks like
that's
another
why.
elf, so.
And that's why. Holly comes over and like offers her arms like to take Anarchy. Like, yes. So disregard if we could please retcon her offer to the professor, because she wouldn't have said that if Anarchy.
No worries.
Yeah. Then she just takes Anarchy and says, I'll take care of Anarchy. And then she walks past, and as she goes past the professor with Anarchy, she says, I am so sorry, under her breath, as much as it can be in the crowded tavern.
Let's just see, for the fun of it, in Inferno, he just chuckles at her and says, oh, it's absolutely fine, I've had worse.
Ah, thank goodness. And then she replies, likewise, and says, oh, thank goodness. She says, I have got to go to bed, and then that's also all in Inferno.
Mm-hmm. You have yourself a good night, my dear.
Good night. And then she takes Anarchy with her.
Ardeth takes one of the keys and goes, technically speaking, I don't need to sleep, but I'll try and get some rest. And she heads up.
Wait, where'd everyone go?
Oh, everyone's just gone to their rooms. Are you and your child getting a room by yourselves? Or are you staying with Jeremiah here?
Ardeth kind of calls down and goes, Squish, do you want a room with me?
Oh, yeah, okay. Come on, Midnight.
Looks like I have a room all to myself now. If math works out.
Yeah, that does work out. There's 8 beds, 7 dudes, so...
someone gets 2 beds all to themselves.
I hope you'll try pushing them together and, hope you have a good night's sleep, young man.
You as well, Professor.
Thank you.
And he gives a nod to the raven as well.
So glad I'm not the only one having to do animal sounds now.
Just be glad I don't. Just be glad I don't speak animals. That would be weird if Jeremiah spoke with animals.
You don't want to know what Lillian has to say. Oh, the things she could tell you. The secrets that she would speak. But anyway.
He puts pineapple on his pizza.
Yes, he does, and it's bloody delicious.
Pineapple. I think pineapple and pizza is a wonderful combination to experience.
Holly, you think everything is a wonderful combination.
Not everything.
Oh, trust me, the last time you told me that I should use nettles and a washcloth at the same time.
That just sounds dumb. I know that.
So, with permission, before they hit the hay, Karth is going to ask if Samael joins him at the bar for one last drink before they hit the hay.
Yep.
Okay. As everyone else has gone to their bed, the professor, again, Lillian, she's got her eyes open, looking around to see if there's anywhere nearby. And he kind of like leans down a little bit and asks in Draconic, so, what's your opinion of this group?
Well... And responding, of course, in Draconic. I'm not too sure yet, but they seem all right.
A friendly sort. I like that tiefling lady. Really positive attitude.
Yes, very positive attitude. Not going to lie. A bit preachy at times, but don't tell her I said that.
Oh, not a problem, not a problem. I have to confess, I find the fact that a paladin finding a cleric preachy is it's a little droll, if you don't mind me saying.
He's a cleric too. Go.
Oh, sorry, burp. But no, that's no, fair enough.
You're thinking of Joe Cat.
Yeah. So many classes. It's been a while. It's been a while since that one shot we did. It's been a while. But between us, my friend, what about now? The reason we're here, I'm fine with that and all. But what's your opinion on this mistress woman?
A little wary. In my eyes, she just came out of nowhere and now here sent us on this quest. That's well.
I mean, the money is good. I'm not going to complain about the money or anything, and the people seem friendly enough. But yeah, some of the things she's been asking about concern me.
It's not like she's asking about Anzilua or anything.
Oh. This whole thing is getting rather complicated. I mean, meeting one god and being in the physical form, and then meeting another and being told that Bahamut is waiting for me in the mountain.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, I was told by the Raven Queen that Bahamut is waiting for me.
Well, well, in that case, it'd be my pleasure to help you, my friend. Hopefully your patron will be able to assist you with your condition.
It was by his will that I landed in this form. That witch hadn't thrown that unfinished polymorph potion. Tell you, I could have ended up as any number of creatures.
There are worse forms to take, believe me. Well, regardless, between us, I confess a little wariness about our patron, but I'll be keeping an eye on things. I just want to know that should things go sideways, I can rely on you.
You always can rely on me.
And you I, my friend, and you I.
Yes, make sure you keep a close eye on everybody.
Because I'm blind.
Yeah, you have that raven.
Lillian hops down onto Samael's shoulder and gives a little hop.
He takes a bit of the bread that they were eating and feeds. Is it a he or a she?
Carl's referred to it as she.
Yep.
Yeah.
And feeds her with it.
Yes, sir. Raven, like, very, very greedy, just like...
That's a good girl.
Yes, she is. Well, my friend, I think we should call it a night.
Yes, we should. Let's get going.
Yes. And scene. Oh, after you, sir?
As I say, and with that, they head up to the room.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
tempted
seeing.
just to have Squish at the end of the bar, just staring at you.
You can. You absolutely can.
I just picture Squish at the bar being like, well, now that that's done.
It's just like at the end of the bar. It's just like then just goes, "Hi," in Draconic.
That would be good. That would be again. You can do that if you want.
Yeah, sure, why not? Squish is just like chilling at the end of the bar, and then when you walk past, she says good night in Draconic. Hi.
Karth kind of freezes up for a second, just sort of like look again. Kind of looks to Samael, looks over to Squish, and it's like, "Hi,
Any milk? You want some?"
you know what? Sure, why not? Let me get you an extra one, my little friend."
And
Uh-huh.
we'll say while you're doing that,
Mhm.
Sam is pulling a gold coin out of his pocket and putting it in Squish's hand. Be a good girl and don't say anything, alright?
Okay. I wasn't paying attention, but okay.
Just in case.
You said the loud part out quiet and the quiet part out loud.
Oh dear.
I got my
Yes.
shiny thing.
Yes, very shiny, my dear. Well, you have yourself a good night and take care of that delightful child for us.
Just give midnight Squitches.
Yeah. Actually, Karth is actually going to try and give Midnight Squitches if Squish lets him.
Squish kind of like hugs his neck and like watches you closely, but allows it.
Okay.
Roll animal handling for me, please.
Okay, this is going to be an interesting one.
This is going to be munching.
Midnight just kind of sits there and looks at you and just waits for the scritches.
Okay. You're a very good boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. All in
Kind of
Draconic.
he nods at that and
You'll be a good boy for your mother now.
he nods
Like
again.
that.
And he's not quite old enough to be able to speak yet. He's on like 3 months old, so
Oh gosh, yeah, he's actually. Oh my gosh, the dragon's actually going to be able to communicate, isn't it? Ooh.
not quite
That's
yet.
Oh, not right now,
Give him a
but
few
no, that's
months,
cool.
But in a few sessions,
Maybe.
possibly, we could get the first bits of baby talk in Draconic.
Oh lordy.
You mean at the level Squish is at?
No, I said baby talk, not toddler talk.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The level Squish is at?
Wish you said toddler talk. Midnight you said baby talk.
Oh, fair enough.
You all head to your rooms, but Samael, are you going straight to sleep?
It's gonna try to.
Okay. As you drift off to sleep, you feel something strange going around you, and you start to hear music. And as to find a bloody. And you start to feel yourself waking up. As you look around, you find yourself, and I can't quite scooch your banner all the way over to it, so I'm going to have to put it on there for now. In this room.
Shiny.
Yeah, I had to whack this together very quickly.
Don't worry. Kind of looking around. Oh. Where am I?
Swear you've always wanted to come, my child.
And
Echo.
as soon as he hears that, he gets down on one knee and bows his head.
You notice
Hold on, mate.
in the
What
giant throne that you're facing, the platinum dragon is sat there, staring at you.
My Lord Bahamut, forgive me, I did not know.
It is all right. I'm glad the Raven Queen passed on my message to you.
She was most helpful, my lord.
Yes, although she is not one of us full-time gods, so to speak, she is still a valued member of our organization, so to speak. Now, you are wondering why I have brought you here.
Yes, ma'am.
As you recall, I asked you to go and find the mountain where the golden dragons live.
Yes.
You remember, a few months ago, you met the creature Nikavor.
Vaguely, it's been so long. Yes.
At the top of this mountain, the leader of the golden dragons, Prime Kendrick, rests. 500 years ago, he helped the dwarves and humans of this land defeat Nikavor and the Five Calamities. His aid will be needed again soon, which is why I wish for you to go and bear a message to him.
By your will, my lord. I will do it.
Go to him and inform him that the calamity prepares to return. Even my sister is willing to aid us in this fight.
Mr.
And-
Tiamat.
Yes, you understand the importance and the severity of this.
Yes.
That if she is willing to work with me, it must be serious.
I will do as you say, my lord. But
Very
this
well.
evil must be ended.
Indeed it must. It will not be done by your hand, but you will play your part in this tapestry. Remember, Samael, I cannot interfere too often, but as the Raven Queen has already explained, you need but call on me, and I will aid you.
Yes. I hope I will not need to. Should I need, I will take your aid.
Excellent. Now have a good night's sleep. You have a long journey ahead of you. It will be difficult, but you will do well.
I understand, my lord.
Good. With that, you feel your eyelids closing again, and you drift back off to sleep. I need to pause back on the inn. I got too many maps, too many screens.
Too many screens.
Too many screens.
And yes, I know, I did try and make him sound like Sean Connery.
Yeah. Again, I
was
am
going to say
lost.
something, but
Yeah.
Hello, my name is George Connery. I'm the Welsh brother.
I am the last dragon.
That's appropriate. That is so appropriate.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank you,
Lizzie
Medieval.
did send me a message just for clarification. She's been trying to get onto Discord for the past 15 minutes, but it keeps crashing for some reason for her. She can't get on.
That's strange.
Weird.
Well, we'll be okay with it. Just let her know. Get her when she can. We'll be able to work it in.
If
Morning.
all else fails, she can just join us game and then write out what she's doing.
Yeah, I had to run and move the car so my mum could get in the driveway. She's home now.
It's all right.
Is that good?
Morning's broken. You all wake up.
I didn't know this
refreshed.
worked.
You all wake up refreshed and back to full strength.
Ah, finally.
The first one down is Ardeth. She just sits there waiting for the rest of the party to come down.
Jeremiah's the second one. Morning.
How stealthily did she get out of the room?
Good morning, Jeremiah.
Did she wake Squish in midnight?
She got out fairly stealthily.
Alright. Alright, I would
Say
say
that-
they would come down not long after then. I don't like mornings. But midnight has to use the little dragon's room. I'll be back in a moment. Just take the dragon outside.
Aww. On little walkers.
I'll say that as Samael wakes up, he waits for Professor to wake up as well, and then tells him of his interaction with Bahamut and what's going on.
Yeah, I'd say that the professor would have already been up. Samael would have woken to see him just sort of like just sat near the window staring out.
Blankly.
Yeah, blankly.
Yeah.
So did you say that he actually told him about the vision that he had?
Yes.
Ah, well, there you go, my dear friend. There we are. Progress, as they say. Tiamat, that's an interesting addition.
Yes.
The player down here is thinking, as long as she's not trying to date anyone.
Time will tell.
Whoosh! Way over my head there.
Other campaign.
Another campaign. Another character that is currently in a place that starts with B.
Okay. Huh. Okay. This was before my time then. But yeah. So Karth will just be encouraging, and they'll eventually head down and wait for the rest of the group to hook up. Unless there's anything else that where Samael wished to say specifically.
Well, I mean, told him about the frame, the communication, and what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I have to confess, the player, I was actually missed the first part of that. So I got in basically when he said that Tiamat was going to be involved. That was pretty much it.
Get to the gold dragon or something. I got.
Yeah, I'd like to roll a history check for me, please, Dennis.
For me, okay. Yeah. For Professor Karth, history is 11.
11. Yeah, you. Well, the story of the 5 calamities is fairly well recorded. You can't remember all the details, but you remember that Krain Kendoving, the gold dragon that helped stop them, was mainly involved further to the east in the wildlands.
Interesting. Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, Karth's going to file away that little information for later.
Okay. Holly,
Yes.
are you going to head downstairs?
Yes. Holly would. I was checking. I was hoping that. Anarchy would come on, but
I
yeah,
know she is having technical problems at the moment. I'm like I say, one of the reasons I'm distracted is I'm trying to send her messages and all that, and we're trying to figure out the tech side of things.
It's okay. And then she comes down, presumably with Anarchy.
The Anarchy's kind of half asleep. She's not really with it. But she's there in body, but not in spirit, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. And Holly woke up so that way she can do an info dump if she to know stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she would just be saying like, and then as they're coming down the stairs, and she says, and she also she's coming down the stairs. She's saying, and that brings us to today, with so many opportunities for polite, courteous interchange. And then they walk over and says, "Oh, everyone, hello."
Oh, good morning, Holly. Good morning, Anarchy.
Courteous, isn't that thing the girls are supposed to do instead of bow?
Oh, I think you're thinking of, I think that's curtsy.
Oh.
Courtesy?
Okay.
Curtsy.
Curtsy, sorry.
Again, different campaign.
Yeah. You thought we'd missed that.
Okay. I don't like mornings.
As I'm assuming everyone's downstairs now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're down for whatever, young man.
As you're talking, the young tiefling woman from last night walks over. Good morning. The boss said you're here for breakfast as well.
Yeah.
House. Is there anything in particular you'd like, or would you just like the general breakfast?
Food.
Surprise me. Surprise me. I love finding out what any new place offers for. So, something local?
Certainly, I'll get something made that way.
You know what? Yes, exactly what she's having, thank you.
Oh. Okay. She kind of scuttles off to the kitchen and starts sorting some out for your breakfasts.
Okay.
At this point, you hear some whispering coming from outside the front door.
How loud is the whispering?
Yeah.
I roll perception.
Okay.
Everyone? Is that for everyone?
Everyone's trying to listen in.
Yeah, of course.
These big ears aren't just for show.
Okay, just waiting on Jeremiah. Oh. Kork, do you want to roll perception for us, or do you want to... Right. Holly, Kath, and Jeremiah, you don't hear anything. Samael, you can hear some general chatter, not much at all you can really make out, but Squish, you hear him say, "So, sure this is where they're staying?" Yeah, it's this place, right? Okay, we'll just wait for a little while.
There's people outside the door. I think they're looking for us.
Oh my.
At this point, the tiefling woman comes back. She's carrying 7 bowls of kedgeree and places them in front of you. Here you go. This is the good stuff from around here. It's wheeling baggy trout mixed in with a little bit of the spice and rice. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you. So magical.
She carries a little bow and then goes back into the kitchen.
Squish grabs 2 bowls and disappears under the table.
Meanwhile, while that's going on, Holly says to the other, "If someone's looking for us, it's probably better if we know. I'm fine. I should probably go up and see what they want."
Yeah, if you want, I can provide backup for you, my dear.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Maybe you could watch at a distance.
Perhaps. In fact,
then-
he just snaps his fingers, and Lilin just flitters down towards the front entrance and looks at the window.
She whispers, like, as best she can. She says conspiratorial, "That was my idea."
Cartha,
And
as Lillian hops up to the window, you see there's a large crowd of about 8 men wearing blue uniforms outside.
Oh shit! It's a fuzz.
Let me greet them. I am good at this sort of thing. This is where my expertise comes in. And she walks over, and like, are they outside?
They're outside. Yeah, they're outside the doorway. Yeah.
Holly casually walks out, Jurnis very casually, and says, "Oh, amazing! I love your uniforms."
Thank you, Miss. My name's
Holly Featherlight. Hello.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Feather. I'm Corporal Lakeswell. The Commodore wishes to speak to you. You came in last night on the Ravager, didn't you?
She says, she says, who's that now? Who did you say was here?
You mean, he's kind of a bit flustered at this point, not expecting you to open the door to him. Well, you came into town on a ship called the Ravager last night, didn't you?
And then she says again, well, it's not for me to say. I'm trying to, I've just walked out here and saw these lovely uniforms all glowing in the light of morning, and I just wanted to find out who you all were. You mentioned something about a Commodore?
Yes, Miss,
Holly Featherlight. Holly Featherlight.
Yes, Miss Featherlight. Commodore Makepeace, he's basically the leader of the commanding officer. He's responsible for all people coming in and out of port, you see, and he wants
You
to
know
have a
what?
word with you
I've
all.
heard of him. He has a reputation. And she nods her
Tell me
head like
about
it's
it.
an impressive. She
At
nods
this-
her head
at
like
this
it's an
point-
impressive reputation.
At this point, the private actress goes, "Yeah, tell us about it."
She says, I've heard that name, and my goodness. And she puts a hand to her chest and says, my goodness. It's so good of you and noble of you to have done your civic duty like this. Coming here to help us understand the city and see us in. I am a visitor here, but what was the name of the boat? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, you'll have to forgive me. I don't know, I don't remember.
Roll history check.
Oh, by the way, I rolled that just now because she's like, that's for like the general thing of her trying to divert the guy, calm him down, and distract him.
The
And
sweet
don't forget,
talking,
I get plus one and advantage with the ring. So.
Yeah, Hexwell is convinced, but he's still very flustered. He's really not used to this situation. But basically, you could get him to do anything right now. 12. Yeah, the ship you came in was the Ravager.
Oh no, she's lying.
Oh right.
No, she doesn't need to. She knows the name of the ship. She's just saying like, oh, what was it? No, I forget. And then she was like doing perception, going like, I'm so glad you all came out here to help introduce us to the city and let us know that you're here and to see us in to your wonderful to your wonderful land.
Well,
it's so courteous of you.
Well, Miss, like I said, we're just here to escort you and your party to the Commodore.
Oh, they're having breakfast. Couldn't I represent them?
Well, the Commodore would rather speak to you all, really.
Yeah, they've had a long journey and they're so in any position to help. It's probably best if I do it. I mean, they're not going to leave without me, and I can answer for everyone. I know them all, so I can help. I help.
Roll persuasion again.
Squish ever heard this, she would have just shouted out,
You know what I want.
It will,
I want.
She's got advantage.
it's advantage plus
Oh,
1.
God. Yeah, good point.
Nice.
But
He
it's
just kind
17.
of, he just kind of squirms a little. I'm really sorry. Well, could you at least let your friends know that the
Oh,
Congo wants
yes.
to speak to him as well?
Yes, that's what the plan was. I was gonna go let them finish, and then I can talk. And if they need to talk to them, then we can take care of it. Oh my goodness, you're so helpful. And then she runs and she kind of winks at him happily, but not like a sexy wink, like ding.
Yep.
And she runs in, and she looks at the others, and she says, "Okay, so here's what's going on. They're representing Commodore Makepeace." And she looks knowingly at them when she says it, Makepeace. And they are here to talk to all of us. I have expressed that I can represent us for first. So what you guys should all do is, do what you do, and I'll be right back.
Would you like to keep the Raven with you, my dear?
Oh, I was thinking the Raven might be a very welcome friend to have with my special pet,
Lillian just hops up and down on your shoulder.
What's your name? She says it to the Raven. What's your name?
Her name's Lillian.
Lillian. Oh, what a lovely name. Does she like to be pet?
He kind of gives. It looks like he's furrowing his brow for a moment, and in Inferno, you'll hear him say to the Raven, "Now she does."
Wonderful. Okay, see you guys later. And then she runs back and says, "Okay, now we're ready. Oh, this is my pet Lily, by the way."
Very nice of you to miss. You'll please come with us?
Of course. I love your city. It is so lovely. It is life and adventure already. So much has happened. It's been magical being here.
Glad you like it, miss. They lead you down around the quay, through the market area, towards Revenue House. Is this building? Yeah. As you go in, you notice it's got quite a few revenue men milling around outside, and you're taken up a couple of flights of stairs into the meeting room.
And Holly, as they're going, Holly is like, "Hello, hello, hello." She's kind of I don't know if you've ever seen Medical Police, but she's like, "I work here,"
As you go upstairs, X will hold the door open for you. Colin will be with you in just a minute, miss.
Thank you so much. Let me just say, you made me feel most welcome.
It's a pleasure, miss.
I hope we get to visit again.
Indeed I do too, miss.
So, while this is going on, Karth is literally just he's doing the running commentary. Okay, they're taking her through here, they're doing this, and blah blah blah. What are we doing, guys?
Right now we have can't do anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I think the range on the bird is pretty far, but it's not infinite. So at some point, Karth's probably going to need to follow them.
Yeah, I'd say she gets about halfway there and you realise you should probably go with her.
Yeah.
And Ardeth kind of just nudges Anarchy to kind of wake up a bit more.
Speaking of Anarchy.
Yep.
Hey!
Hey!
The page, I don't know if she's on chat yet.
Also, I was late because...
Yeah, she's in. She's just
Don't worry
saying
about it.
We've just been having issues.
Hey-o.
Hello.
I was also late because I went to the dentist and now my mouth tastes like nightmares.
Basically,
so...
100 feet, otherwise I lose track. So, there we go.
Yeah, Ardeth kind of nudges Anarchy to wake her up. We should probably all go now.
And what's been happening, guys? Just catch me up real fast.
Basically,
remember that
gods,
Holly did
monsters,
catch her up.
Yeah. So,
Holly did give Anarchy a rundown of what happened. That Holly was nearly sacrificed to Sokola. The Raven Queen intervened and saved her. and they came to St. Whelan to look up where Sin is.
Spent the night, and then some
Yeah.
people in blue military coats showed up, and Holly bullshitted her way into going on her own so that the rest of the party could decide what to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
Okay.
Holly did her whole so magical. I'm so glad you're inviting us.
Okay.
Oh, so by the
what's
way,
our-
your microphone, I think it's using the default the default laptop microphone instead of your headset and so on and so forth. You're
Who?
coming through, Lizzie. You're coming through super quiet on my end.
Yeah.
Oh.
You sound fine to me on the volume, but your icon in the chart says got the microphone muted.
Is that better?
There
yeah,
we
it's better
go.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, it was
There
like
we go.
muting my microphone on my headphones for some reason.
Oh, we got an echo now.
Strange.
Oh, is that bad? Should I turn it back?
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, still getting the echo, Lizzie.
How do I fix that?
I just mute. I can say
gonna be- Discord settings.
Discord settings, okay.
Yeah. So it's like user settings.
Voice and video.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Voice and
select
video.
the input device.
With the headset.
Alright, input device. Alrighty, and I have 3 options.
I'd assume if you're using a headset, the input device is going to be the main microphone. The output device is probably going to be the headset, rather than the speakers.
Really?
Yeah.
It says speakers for output, and yet I'm wearing headphones, so...
Yeah, if you change that to your headphones because your mic is picking up what you're saying
Hold
through.
on, speakers.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah.
Alright, is this better? Oh, wow.
There we are.
Now everything's echoing on my end.
Oh no, there you go again.
Should change your input from default to whatever your headset is.
It's just, I don't have a headset, it's just headphones.
Okay.
All right.
Weird.
Okay, no, I see it. It's Roll20.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, go to the cog on the right side, where it says My Settings.
In
Go all the way
in
down
Roll
to
20, not Discord.
In roll 20.
Oh, in Roll20, okay.
Yeah, in roll 20.
Cog, yep.
And
Have you
go all
scrolled
the
down
way
to the
down
audio?
where it says Game Settings, and you can set. There's an option saying Video and Audio Chat Options.
Video and audio chat options.
I want to broadcast to others. Nothing.
Yes.
I want to broadcast to others. Nothing.
And I think you might have to reconnect on to roll 20 chat.
Okay, so I just click reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's done.
There you go.
Yay.
Yeah.
Better? Does it work?
But
Yes.
You got it, okay.
Yep.
Thank you for calling Nerd Tech Support. Your call has been important to us.
Please stay on the line. There are
Aw,
500, 200.
We say your call is important to us, but honestly, we don't care. We have a monopoly in your area. Good luck getting service with another provider.
Pretty much.
As you set
Okay.
off out of the tavern, Cartha kind of leads you across the quay, following Lillian's path. As you approach the revenue house, you notice the guards outside. Go, oh, you look, you go right in. Just go. The guy give you directions to go up to where the stateroom is, and one of them escorts you up.
well, that was a waste of time. Oh well.
You find yourselves reunited with Holly in the meeting room.
Holly looks a little bit worried about that, and she goes, "Oh." And she like kind of like does that other thing she did earlier with like the kind of gritting her teeth, and she's like, "Oh, you decided to come. Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Um, and then she kind of like says, "It would have been so magical if you guys had been able to explore the city while I took care of the bureaucracy."
Yes,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we the need to aid you.
We might as well just
I'm
get this
having a
over with.
lovely. You don't have to aid me with anything. I'm having a lovely time here.
Well,
It's
in
at
that
this
case,
point you hear some shouting from outside.
Oh dear.
Very agitated and annoyed shouting.
Holly immediately gets up and heads toward the shouting. Hold on a moment. She like raises her hand to the. Hold on a moment.
As you
Let's
approach
see
the
what's going
door,
on here.
it suddenly opened up, and you're greeted by this gentleman.
Oh, I can't wait to kill this guy.
oh, hello.
Man
Oh,
looks like a
very
fun.
I am Elmer J. Fudd Millionaire. I own a mansion and a dress.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
you're
I own a mansion and a yacht.
You're the adventurers that came in on board. What was it? The Ravager, was it?
I'm Holly Featherlight, and these are my friends.
Enchanté, my dear.
Oh, always
No.
enchanted to meet you too.
Everyone
Everyone,
are real.
everyone has such handsome uniforms. So splendid.
Yes, we who serve the true rulers of the Maelstrom Islands do try to look our best. Unlike the scruffy pirate.
Holly gets this reverent look on her face. The true leaders of the islands? You
Oh,
mean
yes.
love?
Makepeace kind of blinks for a few seconds.
Whoops,
no,
wrong
I was
wrong one. Sorry.
I was referring to Countwell House.
And she says, but we all know that everywhere love leads more than anything else.
Yes, I suppose so, but there is business we must discuss
Did you see the roll?
Yeah, you got a natural. Yeah, I'm counting that natural one.
Okay,
Natural 20, sorry.
Good, no problem. It's like, how can we help you? We are all eager to help out.
Well, from what I've heard from Captain Sheltu when we boarded his ship this morning, you're quite versed in a fight.
A fight? What do you mean?
Well, you saw off some Sawagan savages quite well.
It's always an issue of when conflict happens, but survival versus death. We're still here.
One second, just reading through stuff.
Yeah. No. Seph, ignore everything. I'm trying to open up the spell thing, and it auto clicks. I'm very sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I will tell you. Sorry about that.
Makepeace kind of starts pacing. He goes, as you know, we have a rather difficult person living on this island by the name of Sin.
So much difficulty. I've heard that name associated with difficulty.
Yes,
What's the conflict?
Man's a scoundrel importing, not illegal goods per se.
What kind of things is he importing? Do I need to roll persuasion again?
No, you don't need to roll persuasion. Oh, the usual stuff, brandy, alcohol, tobacco, all that sort of thing.
Things that make life sometimes irresponsible. And she kind of like scrunches up her nose in like solidarity with the man.
And the scoundrel.
It's hard to control. It's hard to control people when they're indulging their vices.
The Commodore just kind of looks at Anarchy, a little bit panicked. Yes, well, the thing is, my men would have apprehended this vagabond long time ago if it wasn't for his protection.
Oh, what kind of protection does he have?
Basically, the marshes up near Galarad are haunted.
Haunted. And Holly gets this glittery look on her face, and her facade of like talking to the guy like is like sort of lost for a moment because she's just like haunted.
Yes, some kind of old sea witch lived in the area decades ago, and apparently,
And she protects Sin?
yes, she stopped. Well, her reputation protects him. The men won't go near the place.
Oh, no one
And a
talks
hot
to her?
ghost.
Yes, a ghost.
Ooh.
So would
Anarchy,
be...
doesn't that sound and she looks down at Anarchy and she doesn't say her name. She looks down at Anarchy and says, "Doesn't that sound exciting?"
I'm gonna bite it. I'm gonna eat its heart.
Oh,
Quite
that would be so delightful.
you?
And then she looks back at it and says, "Do you want us to go talk to the witch?"
I would appreciate if you could deal with the creature, yes.
Does everyone else want to go talk to the witch? She looks over at everyone else.
I don't think he wants us to talk to it.
We are just simple freelance contractors. While we are in your city and all, we are not a charity.
Oh, naturally, you'll be well rewarded for your assistance in our
What?
investigation.
Plus, you said how old? You said the witch was.
Sorry, D?
Instead, she says to the command to make peace. She says, plus, you said the witch was old.
Yeah, well, she's dead, but
Well, her
yes,
her
she's-
ghost is old, right?
yes, it's
And
old
she looks-
legend.
And then she looks back at the others and says, "Lots of opportunities for learn."
Again, positive attitude. I quite like it.
So you
I
will
concur.
accept this job. Obviously, you will be rewarded for your assistance.
We will certainly add it to our pile of things to consider.
I don't want it to be a pile. I want it to be a hoard. I'm gonna hoard everything.
Well, if you and then she Holly looks down at Anarchy. Lord, remember, you can't really have fun with something you're.
I can climb on it.
Well, yeah, but you can climb on lots of things.
Trees and rocks.
Let's go
Big
find
rocks.
something. Let's go find something later to climb on. I bet we can find some marshes. Wouldn't that be fun?
Ass.
In Orc, Jeremiah is going to turn to talk to Professor Karth and say, "Look, I have the feeling that if we don't do as he says, we're gonna see the inside of his dungeon."
What language were you using?
Orc.
Luckily enough, Karth actually understands that and just gives you a very wide smile and a nod. Mm-hmm. He just agrees. Unless there's anything else you require, there's...
Oh,
Actually, where is your bathroom?
Corporal Hexwell, please show the old gentleman to our facilities.
Thank you, young man.
This way, sir.
Just like Doddering just steps forward a little bit. He actually leaves Lillian behind.
As I say, is
Sorry, go ahead.
you'll doubtless see look, it's probably some sort of hat or something. I don't. Like I say, we've not exactly been able to go out there.
I've seen lots of witches' huts. I know what you mean. There's a similarity there, a certain connection to nature, a certain connection to the world. I understand, but it's really keen. But only a really keen observer like you would be able to know that. You are dedicated to taking care of your people. It's so admirable.
I'm glad you think so, miss.
Very admiral.
No, I think he's a commandant, Anarchy.
More like a Commodore.
Commodore, right. Commodore. What's the difference between a Commodore and a commandant, she asks? She asks the
Commandant tends to be in charge of a land base, and the Commodore tends to be in charge of a flotilla of ships.
Oh, you see, we're learning already. Andy.
I haven't studied the Navy at all.
I just know the meaning of the word from watching Pirates of the Caribbean, so.
Yeah. In all fairness, same.
I'm just present and hoping. Luckily, I'm also playing a character who's not super knowledgeable, so this is good for me.
This is why my characters are always really forgetful and, have trouble following along because, hey.
That's me in real life.
Exactly. So while this is going on and the doddering old man is pretending to be in the bathroom, with my blind sense and everything, am I able to pick anything up from the guards and everything in the area?
Not much, but you can tell that they aren't happy having to work for this guy. They do not like him at all.
Okay.
Well, as someone said, no one would cry if he died.
Holly heard that. Holly heard that earlier when that one guard, I presume Holly said, "You can say that again." About his reputation.
You definitely heard that, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
And so is that everything? Are we excused? She asked.
Yes. If you'd like to head out as soon as possible, like I say, I shall reward you handsomely for dealing with the hag.
Oh, well, speaking of handsome reward, I did want to say something. I wanted to say that I was so thankful to the kindness and generosity that your men displayed when they brought you here, or brought us here. When they brought us here, they made us feel welcome in the city. And, it would be so lovely if you could pass that along for me in some way. Like, I don't know, maybe help them in some way, maybe give them something nice for the day. They did such a good job. I would love to see them acknowledged for it.
Of course, miss. I shall ensure they are informed of your...
Fight the pit!
Yes, I shall make sure that they're informed of your request.
Well, the request is to you. I'm saying,
yes,
nice for
I will
them?
pass. Yes, I will do so. Yes.
Yeah, maybe give them an hour. 15 minutes for when they need to rest.
Yes, I shall do so, miss.
That would be most lovely.
On your enemies.
I am so
not
excited.
now.
I'm so no. And Holly looks over to Jeremiah and says, "Enthusiasm of the heart is always good, and honesty is always good. Let's go do something exciting, Anarchy. What do you say?"
You're escorted out of the room again by the private who basically mutters under his breath earlier to you in front of you, Holly. He escorts you out and just says, sorry, as soon as the old gentleman's back here, do you have a map at all?
We could certainly use whatever help you can provide us. We're steady.
Oh, certainly. He basically grabs a scroll and opens it up to show you the map of the islands.
Oh, lovely.
I apologise if that's a bit too small.
No, it's perfectly fine.
It's
That was out of
perfectly
character.
fine for tourists.
But yeah, he just basically says, he points on this location here. Well, this is where Galrad is. The marsh where the hag is just there.
The light green patch there.
Yeah, the light green patch there.
Marsh?
Yeah, there's loads of marshes in that particular part of the island.
It's like swampy land mixed with forest.
I can become a creature of the swamp.
Yes. What kind of creature?
No, you're not becoming swamp anarchy.
I just
Creature with a bite.
It was fun.
Yeah, like I say, if you just go there, if you just go north of you're about halfway through, just go north of the path. I'm sure you'll be able to find it, no problem.
Excellent. And I meant what I said, by the way. I don't know if you... She says to the guard, she says, I don't know if you heard. You guys were so helpful and so kind. I specifically requested that the commandant or Commodore? The Commodore maybe give you a little extra break or something. I hope you remind him.
I will
He
certainly
said he would.
do
He
so,
said
miss.
he would do something.
Yeah. He kind of leans in and whispers to you all. Look, to be honest, none of the lads here really want to catch Sin, okay?
Well, I would imagine it would be a real challenge to get the things that we were just told he traffics in. But I know none of you are irresponsible. That you're all very responsible, soldiering
Yeah,
people
well-
who do what's necessary, right?
Well, yeah, but you know what we say. Smugglers wouldn't be nearly as successful if the stuff they weren't smuggling was stuff people wanted.
I understand, but I also understand you are an upstanding soldier trying to help out.
Oh no, don't get us the wrong way. I mean, I've got my orders, but like I say, we wouldn't exactly be. None of us would want to go into that swamp. You see.
Well, we're gonna go, and we're gonna talk to the spirit, and hopefully things will work out.
There will be a new reason nobody wants to go into the swamp. They'll hear tale of a creature inside, and it will be me!
Does the creature have a name? Says Holly excitedly.
No, I haven't gone that far yet. I'll figure it out.
We can work it out. Maybe on the way you can try out different names, tell you how they make me, whether I get goosebumps or not.
Well, it might be a swamp thing.
Professor Carve, are you finished with your?
Yeah, he's just been poking around, trying to get a lay of the land for if they need to come back and set up an accident or anything.
I would say this Commodore, he's for what you've. I'd roll perception.
Sure. Again, it's your call, but it's like considering what he was doing, like investigation.
Yeah,
if that's okay, I apologize, sir.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh,
natural 20, nice. Yeah, you got the feeling that this guy is loathed by the men.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pompous, pretentious little prig, and they know it. They don't want him there, and yeah, he's not going to be there much longer if they have anything to do with it.
Okay, good.
Nothing violent, but there's definitely people watching for him to slip up and report him.
Yeah, we got the sense of that. That's why maybe give you...
Okay, good to know. Yeah, Karth is going to eventually join the group and is like, oh, I've finished. Where are we going now?
Anarchy, where are we going?
We're gonna meet a hag.
We are going to meet a hag, and it's going to be wonderful. So...
Things will be interesting.
Oh, goody.
In life, everything is interesting. Now, who wants to be... we should have a point. Jeremiah, I think you should take point. And the rest of us follow close.
That sounds painful.
No,
Are we pointing at?
She means I should go ahead because I can absorb much damage or something.
Because we cherish your insight, Jeremiah.
Speaking of insight,
Yep.
Oh no.
that's an insight check
On who?
Holly.
on Holly.
Okay.
10.
I love
Okay,
Holly, by the way.
Oh, thank you. She means it.
Okay.
Sometimes
Now
I
that you-
sometimes I don't know if you're sarcastic or honest.
Trust me, if I was being sarcastic, you would absolutely know.
Holly.
I'm not. You have to be. Look, if I was joking, I would say a horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Well, a long face."
So, what's the...
Where are
what's
we?
the, like...
Hot Shots 2?
Yep.
Professor Karth, I personally think you should join in the middle, followed by Samael, and what is her name? Ardeth?
Yep. Ardeth.
I and Ardeth will take up the rear.
Quite, no problem for me.
Does everyone agree with that?
Am I standing?
Oh, Anarchy, you're with me, of course.
I want to hold your hand.
What?
I'm just gonna go in the middle here with
My
Ardeth.
hand, Anarchy.
Yes.
Squish. Oh, you have a special job, Squish. Your job is to take a pattern that goes around the group, so you can be anywhere you want as long as you.
Okay.
Well, the idea is that way it's unpredictable. So if someone comes along and problems, you could be anywhere. And and your little dragon pet needs to be protected. If you feel nervous, you can come into the middle. If you want to lag behind, you can go lag behind. If you want to go up ahead, I would maybe recommend not doing that.
I think we'll stay in the middle. Just
Oh, okay,
past
that's
midnight.
perfectly fine.
Oh,
All right. Well, is everyone ready? Shall we be off?
Lead on.
Oh,
Sure.
I'm not the leader. This is a group.
Yeah.
well, in that case, unless anyone needs anything from town, any rations or anything, or
I think we're ready.
any components.
I believe I've got everything I need.
All right, unless anyone needs to go to the lavatory again.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
I wasn't
Maybe.
You might want to open a window, my dear.
I don't think they let us in and use their bathroom.
I just suddenly pictured like her going into the loo and there's like bird shit everywhere.
Oh no! To be fair, Lillian. Again, for context.
Oh, I know.
Lizzie. Lillian. Basically, Karth is this really old dude in like an Emperor Palpatine type robe, and
Yep. You showed me the picture.
yeah, and basically, instead of a snake, he's got this little this raven, but it's on Holly's shoulder at the moment. Yeah, that's pretty much that.
Keep squawking at it, by the way, at random intervals.
It squawks back at you.
As you gather yourselves together,
Be
you
careful.
head.
Sorry, I did want to say one thing to Anarchy. Be
Okay.
careful. You might ask him out on a date.
Oh, no.
As you
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
As you get yourself sorted, you make your way through the market square, through the main square, and north out of the gates here. 1 second. And find yourself out. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, never mind. Ignore what I just said about now you're already in the map screen. You begin your walk and keep going, and it's about midday before you enter the marsh. I would like anyone with magic to perform an Arcana check, please.
Anyone with
Alrighty.
Do I have magic? I'm a tiefling. Does that count?
It doesn't, I'm afraid, unless you have Arcane Trickster as your subclass for Rogue.
Nope. I'm good then.
Oh
Okay.
damn!
Oh, hell. Karth and Holly, you immediately sense a strong
Samael.
magical presence. And Samael, I was going to say with natural. Actually, I'm just going to roll to see if Samael sense it.
Yeah, because I was going to say because I only got 11. Again, I
Yeah.
my roll. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yes, Samael, Karth, and Holly, you all sense a magical presence around about there.
Holly,
About midway through the swamp and to the south.
Holly puts her hand up and says, "Does anyone else sense great magic to the south?"
Well, it's more. Yeah. Say you've walked about an hour into the swamp, so you're about. Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand.
sorry.
I thought you said it was to the south.
Yeah, it's to the south, so it's about there.
Okay. Does anyone else sense great magic to the south?
Sorry about that. Midnight gets gas from squirrels.
A wink to face
You
the
know,
north.
you just beat me to that, but yes.
That's natural. That's not magic. I mean magic. Let's explore it, but let's be very careful.
Well, lead on, my dear.
We honestly didn't think I would get a fart joke into this episode.
Like a goal of yours?
Everyone has
It isn't
to
of
respect.
yours.
I respect everyone's biology and identity.
For once, I get to be the insane character. Let me do.
You're allowed. You're allowed to. I like that Jurnis is saying that Holly and Anarchy are sane.
Yeah, but I get to be crazy.
Comparatively.
Oh, you're lovely, Jurnis. I love Squish and Midnight. They're the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so saying we should go south now.
Yes, but carefully and observantly. We're in someone else's land. Let's make sure that we pay attention to everything.
As this is going on, Cartha just sort of clicks his fingers, and Lilin is going to head down about almost 100 feet ahead of them, and she's going to take a good look at the path ahead. Would this be a perception?
Yes. Everyone else roll survival checks, please.
Okay. Oh, survival?
Alright.
Yes. Everyone else roll survival.
Oh,
You
okay.
can do perception.
Everyone follow me.
So that's a d20 plus 3 for the Raven, because I don't have the actual stats up. So that's 4, 5, 6. That's a 7.
I'm too busy becoming a creature, apparently.
Calf, perception's not doing you much good. Lynn's eyes aren't doing you much good. But everyone else is able to help you make your way through the swamp.
Yeah.
As you keep going south, I would like you all to roll perception checks, please.
Okay.
Perception checks. Okay, I can do that.
Are you doing all right? Are you doing
I
all right,
have eyes.
Professor?
Good at looking at things? I am.
Yes, it's just a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit foggy. Just having trouble trying to figure out what we're looking for, actually.
Just stick by with us, and we'll try to keep you on the path.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Yeah, so it's like whenever he's focusing on Lilin, he has like one hand either on Samael or somebody else.
Alright. Just tired of it. Sore.
As you make your way south through the swamp, you can all hear loud singing, strange, screechy singing. And
Does it sound familiar to Holly?
It does not.
Okay.
As you begin making your way
On town,
towards-
walking fast.
you make your way towards what appears to be a shipwreck in the middle of a swamp.
Like in a
As the
puddle
changing
or
music,
like
so hold on.
just on land?
It's kind of in a like in the bog, basically.
Anarchy.
I need to.
And Holly actually quietly says, "Anarchy, anarchy, anarchy." We're gonna play a little game now.
Okay.
We have to be really quiet. We're gonna play the quiet. We're gonna play the. You remember? You know how you like to sneak on me?
Yes.
We're gonna do that, but we're not gonna tag. I want to see how long you can avoid getting noticed.
Be the best stalker ever.
Yes. Let's. And then she looks at everyone and says, "Let's all play the quiet game, shall we?"
I'm gonna stealth.
And she looks over and she says, she moves ahead and she says, "Jeremiah, you be ready." And then she says, "Professor
Yes, my dear.
and Samael, would you come with me? And
With pleasure.
the rest of you be on watch."
Can I use that stealth roll, by the way? Because we are now playing a game, and I'm going to just
Yeah, you
beat
can
them.
use it.
And
I took double proficiency in stealth.
Is and Ardeth is coming along too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just be careful. As you get closer, you suddenly hear this screechy singing continue. Caterpillar! Caterpillar!
Is she actually saying caterpillar?
Yeah, she's just. You can hear it coming from on the deck of the ship.
Can I see her?
No, you cannot.
Oh,
I would say, if it's okay, because we don't have a token for Lilin or anything, she's basically this little raven's going to be perched over here. So
the raven, Lilin can look and just sees this hag dancing around on top of a ship.
Yeah,
still screeching. Caterpillar, caterpillar, la 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 la, hey hey hey, caterpillar.
Karth takes a moment to process this visual, and he'll communicate it with the rest of the group. Well, this isn't going to be a boring job, is it?
Do you suppose I should call to her?
Sure.
And then she goes over and she says, and then Holly goes, ahem.
What the?
And then she says, caterpillar.
Are you screaming caterpillar?
I wanted to join in your song.
What song?
Oh, I thought you were singing. It was lovely.
I didn't think I was talking to a caterpillar.
Oh, I love talking to animals. They're so interesting.
With my friend, Big Earl Stevens.
I'm Holly Featherlight, by the way. Hello.
So, what you doing in my swamp?
I didn't hear your name.
I
just want to be polite.
I can't remember my name.
Oh my goodness. That must be really challenging.
I live out here alone. I see to a caterpillar. What do you expect?
I love caterpillars. They're so fuzzy and soft.
This one, is quite frankly, he's grotesque. But what you gonna do, huh? Anyway, what you doing in my swamp?
Oh, well, we were told to come and talk to you. So I decided that was a good idea. Hi, remember?
Well, you got to talk to me, so yeah. What can I do you for?
Well, I never try to tell anyone to do anything. I hear you've been having some problems in the woods with people bothering you.
You mean those creepy guys in the blue coats?
Oh my god, yes.
Don't worry about them. I scare them off all the time.
Sometimes it's too bad people can't just get along. I know, I just want to make sure you know, you don't think we're intruders, do you? I don't want us to have any problems.
You came in through the swamp, didn't you?
Yes, but we're not. We're just visiting. I hope you don't think visitors themselves just visiting are a bomb.
Well, it depends. Do you like potatoes?
I love potatoes.
Excellent.
There's so many ways to make them.
She kind of ducks down behind, and I would like you to roll dexterity, please.
Avoid potatoes.
A dexterity save or a regular dexterity?
Dexterity save, yeah.
That's a regular dex.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, I thought it was save. Sorry.
I think you're about to get beamed with a potato.
Yeah.
Yes, you duck narrowly as a potato flies over your head.
Oh my goodness!
Eat your potassium!
Oh my goodness! I already had breakfast, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
But you didn't. That's good. Guys, get them. And with that, I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Of course. Oh my Gideon.
And I'm going to roll initiative for these, and you are not going to believe what they are. Because I am not going
We
to
are
open
we are
the turn
here
order.
to kill this hag, right?
I mean, she threw a
Not
potato
necessarily.
at us.
Not
No one throws a
necessarily.
potato at Holly.
Mm.
You'll have to bear with me. I've got to roll initiative for all these before I can even do anything. And
Oh, I see what it is.
I've not opened
I
the
see
turn
what the
order
cards
yet.
are.
Oh, god damn it. I forgot about that.
Unbelievable guard game. At least it's not a flock of seagulls.
But you'd have to run so far away.
Exactly.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you need to put
this
the
is the
turn
thing-
order up first because it's not being added.
Oh, damn it.
It's not up. If it's
Oh,
not
it's not
up,
up. I don't.
if it's not up, it does
There you go.
count.
Oh, hey, cool.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
need to
rolled a
double
9.
One. Yeah, I wasn't going to open. Actually, I wasn't going to open it up until I got all the ducks on the thing.
Okay. All the ducks are swimming in the water. Fa, la, la, la.
And I need to put on some battle music as I bring the ducks in.
At least it's not Quack Thilu.
That's true.
Our Lord and Savior Octothorpe.
This fight is whack.
Oh.
And you hear loud quacking as flocks of ducks appear out of nowhere. I need to. I also drive these 3 and then reposition them. Hang on.
Oh.
First up is Anarchy.
Awesome. I'm still super stealthed, right?
Yeah, you're still stuffed.
Great. I'm gonna go straight for this duck at the back because they're all facing front, right?
Yeah, they kind of just popped out of nowhere. It's a flock of ducks. It's 4 ducks together.
But they're
4 ducks
sitting
together?
ducks.
So each duck is like a 4 ducks.
Yeah, each duck is 4 ducks.
I'm gonna try to get the drop on this duck near these 4 ducks nearest to me because they're a little group, right?
Yeah, they're other groups.
I'm gonna
So
just
it's,
go
this one at the back.
whole ham. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna go
One second.
whole ham. Let's see what I got.
You're going to go ham on the duck. You know, don't you know you never mix your meats?
Well, I'm crazy. So
A ritual
there you
that
go.
can be a ritual that can be performed once a century when the moon.
But the moon is
Like
right.
seven-
That's
Right.
blood.
so
This incarnation not run according to
According
plan.
to plan.
I have a sneak attack, right? That's what I can do.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Squish is not on the turn order apparently, for some reason. Should
Sneak
be.
attack. I can add an extra 3d6 damage to one creature I hit. So am I
Fuck
attacking
yeah.
just
Right,
one
one
duck or like
second.
all, or like 4 of them?
Yeah, you're attacking 4 of them in one go. 1 second, I need to. Jurnis
So I'm gonna sneak attack with my short sword. I'm gonna hop on them like a
Oh,
feral
that's a-
creature.
Bear with me just one moment, please. Descending. Right. Where was we? Right. Could you roll your attack, please? Anarchy?
Yep. So short sword.
Is Anarchy even close enough to
I
them?
was going to say you
I can-
need to
I can
be...
Oh, you
move,
got
yeah.
to move. Yeah.
Boink.
14. 14 hits. Please roll damage.
Where's
That's
my sneak attack?
22.
Oh, I thought it added
Yeah.
damage onto it.
Oh yeah, it has done. Yeah, you just demolished this flock of ducks.
I just picture like the menacing music, the ducks approach, and then suddenly like Anarchy, who has disappeared from the story for a bit, leaps back onto frame and is just killing ducks.
And there's like one of their necks is like straight up in my mouth, like in between my sharp little teeth. I have a sword in one hand, a duck in the mouth, and a duck in the other hand, and I'm just like, ah!
Okay, next up is orange duck.
There
And I
are
need
feathers everywhere.
Mm.
Right off the duck ovaries.
The orange ducks look around and then charge straight for Squish.
Into the
And
squish, apparently.
no, it's swarm tactics, so they have to be at close range. And they're going to
Yeah,
try and
but
bite
that
Squish.
close?
Does
That close?
14 hit? Squish, does 14 hit?
I think it no.
No, not. They snap at you, but ultimately it's nothing doing. Next up is Squish's turn. What are you going to do about these foul?
Oof.
Revenge.
Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. I accidentally
That
hit the
definitely
hit
hits.
the initiative button twice.
That definitely hits with 23.
Yeah, it's so good. It happens.
8. I'm afraid that misses.
Oh.
Yeah, you first try manage to hit it, but the second one goes wide.
Flurry
Flurry
of
blows.
blows.
Yeah, that hits. And another one. Yeah, that hits as well. Yeah, there's like one duck
21.
left, and he's severely concussed.
He's seeing little birds over his head.
And it turns out they're little pieces of his friends.
Yeah.
Yes. Next up is Red. Red looks towards the big barbarian and flies towards him. As they fly around you, they start biting at you. 16, does that hit?
Let me just see. Yes.
Okay. Their vicious beaks do 11 bludgeoning damage to you.
Great, I just healed.
Next up, Samael.
One small point of order, because Holly mentioned it, Dee mentioned it before. She actually hit the initiative thing twice. The first one that she did was 20 instead of 16. Sorry about that. I think.
So, one second, I need to check where we are. Holly's 20. Okay, Holly, you're up now.
Okay.
Bear with me, I need to
Holly's actually going to try to persuade the witch. She's been doing a lot of that today. And she is going to be saying, "This is really unfortunate. Could you please call off your ducks?"
1 second, I think I'd roll a wisdom for the sea hag, see if this works. Well, they kind of got all excited now.
So that would be a 10. And you
Yeah.
got 16.
She's
Okay,
got
yeah.
3. She goes, I'll try to, but I don't think they would be very keen. Guys,
Try calling them back. Do you have any bread?
I live in a swamp. Why do you think I have bread?
And is that all I can do? I would assume that's all I can do.
Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Is there anything I can do?
Like I say, it's up to you. You've got bonus actions, you can use them.
Oh, okay. Bonus action. Let me look. Bonus action. Okay, the only bonus action, she's going to get off her comment to the Sea Witch and say, "Please try."
What do you think I'm doing? Well, there's something I could try. Is that it for your turn, then, Holly?
Yep.
Okay, Samael.
Okay. Well, while that's going on, Samael is going to look over at Blue here
Yeah.
and cast Sacred Flame.
Oh
And it's a dex of 13 for the ducks. Oh god, yeah, that hits.
So, yeah,
You're
5 damage.
fling a fireball at these ducks, and all of a sudden you just take out and go, "Wah," and flop on the floor, roasted. But there's still 3 there.
no! Excuse me.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let's see. not much else I can do. So, yeah.
Okay. Next up is
The next lock is
Jeremiah.
going to me.
next up is
Yes.
Pink, and Pink just flies straight for the big beefy barbarian. Oh, can't quite. I guess I have to bear with me. And it tries to attack with disadvantage. So, yeah, it
Nope.
does 9 hit. No, it tries to get in, but there's already 4 ducks massing around you, so it doesn't have much luck. Not much
They're
luck. for
just
it.
honking at each other.
Next up, Calf.
Well, this is how it ends. All right. So, which was it the blue or the green flock that Sammy took a bite out of already?
That was the blue one.
Okay. Karth just points right at the blue one with sort of like a devil horn type fingers and just goes, "Ring, ring, motherfucker!" And is going to cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
The Spice Division.
Roll a wisdom save for the ducks. Yeah, that hits them. The ducks take 13 necrotic damage as another one drops out of the air dead. No, another 2 actually. Drop out of the air dead.
Karth licks his lips. I like that.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
You know what? Actually, bonus action, if I might. Oh no, it won't work because that was a cantrip, not a spell. Never mind, that's cool. I've got something that makes spells nastier. That's my turn.
Next up is Blue. This one lone duck girds his loins, flies straight for the Dragonborn.
Mm.
And the kobold.
Well, kobold. Sorry. So he's fighting with the kobold. Does 17 hit?
I believe it does. Yeah. No. Actually, no.
Wow.
Oh, forget about it. Yeah, Blue just starts flapping in your face trying to bite you, but he's not really doing anything. Next up is the hag, and I need to just make a quick wisdom save with her. With I'd say that's with disadvantage. She just cackles and goes, "Ah, what are you doing in my house?" And with that, she's going to leap down. That's 10 feet. Go, "You there! What are you doing here?" And she's going to take a swipe at Squish.
Oh, would Holly want to take an
Holly-
attack of opportunity if she wants to?
I didn't see which duck was it?
It was the hag. She basically jumped
the
down
hag.
right next to you, and then she went past you.
Oh yeah, Holly would actually try to like grab at her, like to say, "Oh no, please stop."
Yeah, roll a strength check.
Oh, of course, my best feature.
Mhm.
But it's what Holly would do. She doesn't want to actually aggress. Not yet.
$15. I just have to do a strength check for the hag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've got a pretty solid hold on her. She's just kind of.
We mean no harm. Please stop.
Next up is Purple. Purple sees the manhandling of his mistress and flies to her aid.
Oh no. I'm picturing this cinematically, and that's amazing.
One second.
Holly grabs the witch, and then there's a very fast a sudden kung fu close up on the duck's face.
The ducks fly towards you, but they are a little too determined and smack into the side of the ship.
Oh no!
Next up, Jeremiah.
Well,
You're surrounded by quack.
in that case, the quack gets a whack. Great axe to red.
They give me
Okay.
whack,
It's red
whack,
that
whack,
he's-
whack.
That he's currently in.
Okay, 16, that hits. Roll damage, please.
That'll be 14. That should take at least one duck down.
Okay, 1 second. I just need to move that side. That's 40. I'll move you to one side temporarily. So 1 second. That's minus 14. You take out 2 with a single stroke.
And of course, with the extra attack, another great X. That would be 10.
You'd miss, I'm afraid.
Friggin' ducks.
I'll just move you back into position. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm not going to rage, not at ducks.
Okay,
I've got my pride, damn it.
Next up is midnight.
It's not quite a rage, it's just a foul mood.
Oh.
Next up, midnight. Yes. Okay. That misses, I'm afraid. Next up is Green. Green sees his valiant brother fighting the kobold and moves to assist. That's the wrong sheep.
No, that's not a sheep. That's definitely a goose.
Does 10 hit you, Samael?
Nope.
Okay, next up, Anarchy.
Where is the next closest alive duck group?
That would be the
over
ones
in my
attacking
place.
Jeremiah, but you would have disadvantage attacking them.
By right? Or
Yeah,
where? Which way? Left? Right of me?
that.
Over here.
Right.
Okay, that one. Okay, cool.
That one or the
So,
one
why would I have
already.
disadvantage?
Because they're
Because
kind of
I'm in the
attacking
middle?
Jeremiah. Yeah.
I
Jeremiah's
mean,
in
if
the
I
middle.
move.
Oh yeah, if you move and get closer, then yeah, you'd be able to start normal.
15, 20, 25. I can actually go flanking. 30.
Yeah, you can get flanking on the pink duck. Yeah.
Cool. And then again, short sword.
Okay.
And I wish I could, but I'm gonna I spat out the other one in my mouth that I had, but now
Yep.
I'm still holding that other dead goose by the neck. Or not goose, duck. You know what I mean.
Okay. Roll your attacks, please.
Gosh, I wish I could
26
just
definitely hits.
the duck
yeah.
with their duck.
I'm not even going to bother. You just basically eviscerate this flock of ducks. It's like you ever seen a fox take out a group of chickens? Yeah, that's basically what happens.
I mean, we
Yeah.
just saw a tiefling do literally the same thing, so yeah.
Exactly. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'll have you guys know I'm drawing a wonderful picture right now that I can hopefully actually show you. So
Okay, next up is Orange. Orange is going to take another crack at the goblin. Does 18 hit?
Just barely.
Okay. Yeah, Squish.
It
Vicious
actually
deal 8 bludgeoning damage to you. Sorry, Samael?
It meets it. So okay.
Next up is Red. How much HP he's got? Yeah. Red once again tries to go at Jeremiah. Does 22 hit?
You bloody well know it does.
Okay. That's 8 bludgeoning damage, please, Jeremiah.
Wow.
Next up, Squish.
Revenge!
And 10, I'm afraid, misses. Yeah, 9 misses as well, I'm afraid.
Well, frick.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? Lucky for you. Inexplicable luck. 3 luck points. Yeah, sure, you can do it. 11 misses, I'm afraid. Attack of... attack of 6. Alright, yeah, I actually hit 17 hits. So please roll damage. Oh, 8 damage, right. Yeah, you basically just send this duck flying into a tree and just... It's dead.
Oh no. Do 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 do.
Next up, Holly.
Life is like an airplane.
No, the duck is like an aeroplane.
Duckburg.
So Holly is actually a witch.
Yep.
So she's got the witch, and she says, "Your people are dying. Tell them to stand down."
Roll persuasion.
Yes. She does not want to kill ducks, and she respects the ghost.
It's not.
Although
it's not
seems,
a ghost.
it seems pretty solid. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not a ghost.
Well, I mean, she's working with information she was given, but then she grabbed and caught.
So, 25 persuasion. So
26.
26. Yeah, sorry. It's probably going to beat it anyway. Yeah, it beats it. It's just.
I think
guys.
that was actually the wisdom save for the flock of ducks there.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's a flock of ducks. Ignore that. I'm
Ducks
dealing with throwing ducks at you. This is not exactly going to
I'm
plan.
sorry, D. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, D. Natural 20.
No, it's okay.
Struggles. Is there anything else you'd like to try?
And she's just gonna say, "Listen to reason." And that's it. She's still holding her, though. Do I need to do another strength check?
Yeah. Do another strength check, please. 13. Yeah, you still got a tight hold of her. Next up, Samael.
All right.
Well, plus here's the thing. She clearly trusts everyone to handle ducks.
Samael is going to pull out his mace.
And spray the ducks.
Hey, the ducks is
Yeah, spray
mates.
the duck.
The thing is, you're on level 5 and these ducks are holding their own.
It is
They're
worrying
not
for
standing up
later.
to my might, I'll have you know.
It is worrying for later. This fight is taking this long.
Yeah.
And let's see. If I attack with my mace, could I get both blue and green at the same time?
No, you won't.
Okay. Alright, so attack with my mace. God damn it.
You know I want. 49. You try and swing for blue, but yeah, he's still flapping your face and you just can't aim at him.
At least I didn't hit the professor.
That's true.
But
Speaking of which, unless there's anything else you want to do.
All I can do. One of these days I'm going to have characters that have more than one action.
yeah.
Okay, Professor, what are you going to do?
Okay. I can do them one by one, or we can try and let's see. Yeah, I think for the time being, that would actually be really dangerous for poor Samus. So I think he's just going to use his spicy toll of the dead again to get that blue bastard off his other blue friend.
When I was a duck, I believed in the system. When I flew south, I
Oh
believe in the
yeah,
system.
that duck just drops dead.
Hmm.
Yeah, that duck just drops dead.
Yeah, Karth resists the urge to pick it up because there's probably going to be plenty of duck for later.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, just for the fun of it, he's going to call out over Holly's shoulder to the hag. We could do this the easy way or the fun way. It's entirely up to you. Well,
Roll persuasion.
okay. I mean, I have something that we could do to her, but it's going to take an action. And she is.
So does Holly.
Yeah.
What do you mean the fun way? It's her turn next, and I just need to roll something very quick for her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Squish with that emoji. Oh.
You watch as a sea hag starts to struggle, and I don't know how to roll again for this.
What do I have to do?
You have to roll a strength check, please.
Okay. Oh gosh, she's gonna turn into something. I'm trying to pull up my character sheet. It's not working.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, cock, no.
Yes.
Guys, I hate to say this. At this exact moment, Holly's character. There it is. I got it.
Right, that's a just one moment. 7. Yeah, I'm afraid that she breaks free, and I'll just need a quick minute. So this is the one thing I forgot to sort out before. Hang on.
It's all good. So it's the one thing.
Yeah, it's all going wrong.
He's looking for that other token, the one with the many heads.
Yes, all the extra tentacles and the eyes and everything.
It's Maz.
Maybe something bad. Maybe something good.
Holly tried. To be fair, Holly's been. I personally am very proud of. Your people are dying.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yep. Well, Holly meant it too.
Welcome back, Kork.
What?
Welcome back, Kork.
Oh, did I doze off for a second? Sorry.
For a second, but yeah, it's cool.
Stay strong, Jeremiah. He is Jeremiah. Somulus Rex.
Oh my gosh, Dennis, I cannot wait to show you this picture. It's turning out amazing.
You have to show all of us, Lizzie.
Yeah.
Meaning to send you guys so many things, but I'm a nervous wreck, so.
No, that's all good.
Okay, I've sorted it.
I will say this while that's being sorted out, let me tell you, Anarchy, you have nothing to be nervous about. You and awesome, and we all adore Anarchy.
Anarchy's great. I love Anarchy. I love them so much.
Yeah. So you have nothing to be nervous about. You're kicking butt.
Oh, no, the picture I'm showing you guys. I'm a nervous wreck about social media, so I never show you guys what I draw and stuff because I'm like, I don't have time to do things.
It's okay.
But this picture I'm drawing right now is the best.
Holly, you watch as the sea hag stands upright and her body shifts.
As this what?
The hag stands upright properly as she gets free and her body shifts, taking on a new form.
What does she look like now?
Oh god, I just realised she was already in there. As you'd realise, she's not actually a sea hag, but a naiad.
Amazing.
What?
And can you see that?
Yes.
What?
So for those of us who
A
aren't...
water nymph.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Pretty.
The naiad looks around the 28 ducks room mistake. And she turns to look at you all and just goes, I must apologise. Unfortunately, I have to keep up the act in a sort of get carried away.
Can you get the ducks off of me, please?
Oh yes, she kind of waves and the ducks vanish.
Oh man.
They weren't real ducks.
My teeth snap shut with an audible click.
Again, I must apologize. As I say, when you have to pretend to be mad, you kind of lose yourself in it.
Oh, I understand. I completely understand.
Pretend when you could be the real thing!
That's an interesting way of thinking about it, little girl.
Oh.
But
We should introduce ourselves.
indeed.
And Holly turns away and I'm Holly Featherlight. These are my friends. Thank you for turning away the ducks. And you may notice, I don't know if the party notices, but like Holly's like looks like she's like suddenly like being shy.
Well, we were hired to find. We're supposed to be speaking with a gentleman by the name of Sin. I believe you know them.
Yes, Sin frequently brings his contraband through the swamps. As they're my swamps, I allow him to do this. He's hurting no one.
I didn't
Very
catch your name.
charitable.
My name is Indira.
Is what?
Indira.
Indira.
My name is Anarchy and I made a vengeance!
She's made a
It's-
vengeance. Yeah, that's totally true. Hi, Indira.
Hello.
Everyone, is everyone all right?
Oh yes, absolutely fine.
Perception.
That's good. Oh, right. We're supposed to find. We were supposed to talk to you because we kind of got roped into it by some of the Jensen Blue in the city.
Oh yes, that's the little Commodore who came in a few months ago.
What's he about?
Oh, he's just a typical foolish human trying to advance himself beyond his capabilities.
Oh no, Squish, are you all right? Do you need help?
Can people please roll perception?
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, sorry,
Why
the
would I-
player's natural perception is that low.
Perception.
Ow.
Don't even have. Okay, and now I just have to.
I'm trying to get to my perception.
Yep. Let's... Anarchy, Samael, Holly. You notice something isn't right with Ardeth.
Jeremiah's not seeing it?
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Ardeth, and then Holly moves over and goes, "Hold on a moment, my friend. Hold on 1 second." And she puts her hand. 1 second, Indira. Just a moment. Ardeth, are you all right?
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop what?
You just notice she's just panting heavily. She's getting agitated by something.
Stop
You
what?
are in control.
Jeremiah, stop what?
Ardeth starts walking towards the
As
ship.
she starts walking,
Be right
Jeremiah
back, you guys. I gotta
grabs
go let
her.
my dog in.
that's
Yeah,
just
no problem.
he's going to grab her to restrain her from going to the ship.
Roll a strength check for me, please. You know I
Alright,
want.
hang on. That's what
As
happens when the players.
She yanks herself out of your grip and makes her way to the hull of the ship. Ollie, do you get a chance to do anything?
Yeah, Holly's gonna say, "We're friends now. You owe it to us to tell us what's going on. You all right?"
Without warning, Ardeth slams her head against the side ship.
Oh God! Someone stop her!
Oh
She does
dear.
it again and again, and you hear a crack.
Strength check.
Holly's gonna try to restrain her
Restraining
too.
her.
Pull her away from the.
Okay.
Why don't I have a sleeping spell? God damn it.
I actually am just quickly checking Karth's list. I'm actually gonna try, if it's okay. I would actually like to try casting Phantasmal Force.
Yeah, you can do so.
Not to do damage, but basically to put like there's basically it's almost like she's being pushed back. Well, is that actually how it works? I mean, basically it'd just be putting another wall up in front of her.
Yeah. Holly, you kind of stumble against Jeremiah as you try to restrain Ardeth.
Oh, please, someone help her!
Jeremiah rolled a 22 on
Okay,
grapple.
Squish, can you roll me a strength check? Jeremiah, you got hold of her upper arms, but she's still close enough to get her head against the wood. Yes,
carefully trying to pull her away. That's going to be another strength check, I presume.
Yep.
Samael's going to try and join in as well to hold her back.
Everyone
I'll
remind
go for
remind
legs.
her why she's.
Yeah, I'm afraid, Jeremiah, as you pull, you spin and throw her to here as her mask falls off.
Shit.
I'm supposed to be closer to the boat. There we go.
You are in control.
You have to bear with me.
Ardeth, talk to us. What's happening?
You watch as she turns her head slowly, and you watch as the glowing lines on her skin change to blood red. Her eyes, you're seeing for the first time properly, used to be black with gold irises that glow, but now they've turned red as well as she bares her teeth at you.
I bristle and growl at her.
As she lets out a snarl.
Get the mask on her.
And I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do the initiative first. Okay. So, quick question. I'm assuming the Phantasmal Force did nothing to hold her at check?
No, it did not.
All right, so that's...
And I've got the wrong music there.
It's all good.
Bear with me 1 second.
I don't know why I'm exhausted on Tuesdays.
Did I not?
That should be okay.
Dang, Holly got the good initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I didn't see my other one. I'm 11.
Okay, I'm going to put us all into order. Samael.
Get the
You're
mask
now.
on her.
Well, that is exactly what he's going to try to do. He's going to grab the mask from where it fell and run up to her and try and grapple her to try and get it on.
Okay, roll strength check for me, please. 15. I need to roll strength check. Yeah, she just breaks free. Anything else you'd like to try?
Dang.
All right. Well, that failed.
Yeah, just try to find the right
It's the tail.
Why does this sound like it's from RuneScape?
What? I'm getting Banjo Kazooie vibes.
Anyway,
I'm getting like a dungeon with like some guy talking about something.
I will try to hit her on the head with my mace.
It's
not
dangerous to go
lethally,
alone.
but just enough to knock her
roll
out.
damage. Yeah, you strike, but she's not going down.
We don't want to hurt our own people.
Anyone got a sleep spell?
The best thing I've got is Charm Person. Technically, because Phantasmal Force is still up, I can be doing 1d6 damage and trying to basically keep her occupied. But other than that...
Okay. Holly, you're up next.
Okay. Holly knows better than to think she can outstrength this person, so she's like coming around and she's gonna try to too. But like she's not trying to do it just herself, she's trying to work together.
Yeah.
So I would assume a strength check.
Yeah, go for strength check.
And while she's doing that, she's talking, she's saying, "You've got to stop and tell us what's wrong." Did that work?
I'm afraid it doesn't.
No. I mean, did the roll? Okay, yeah, the roll went through.
Yeah, the roll didn't work, I'm afraid.
Oh, let me try. Oh, no. I mean, you can see
it
it.
through,
was a low roll.
The actual... Yeah, your strength save was 5. Is there anything else you'd like to try to do?
Try to persuade her to put the mask on.
Well, she has been trying to persuade her. She's saying, "Tell us what's going on."
Did you roll persuasion?
No, I wasn't asked to, so I figured it didn't count.
Yeah, she's gone feral. Persuasion's not going to work on her.
Intimidate her.
Oh, yes. Holly can be... Yeah, Holly could be intimidating, but those would be a very specific set of circumstances.
It's like the smiling intimidating where I'm super nice, but you could tell I can murder you in 8 seconds.
That's Holly.
I've spoken to Death. He's told me what's coming for. Would you like me to tell you?
I'm just fine and dandy. In 8 seconds, you won't be.
Whose turn
So
is it?
we're going to say if Holly's finished, it's Midnight's turn.
Oh, yes. Holly got nothing.
Midnight.
Okay, Midnight. Go for a strength check, please. I'm afraid that doesn't do anything. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything at all. Sorry. Yes. Seriously. Next up is Anarchy.
Awesome. I'm gonna go for a leg tackle. Well, I'm gonna bristle and like do the little animal crouch thing, and then pounce and try to tackle the legs.
Yeah, sure, you can go for it.
And also, there's gonna be biting involved with my little pointy teeth.
Okay.
And what am I rolling for that?
I'd say roll a strength check.
Awesome. I'm not strong at all. Let's check this out.
See if the 16 that actually hits.
The strength of the mad.
The strength of the feral.
Yes.
And there's going to be a little biting involved in the legs.
Okay, roll 1d4.
D4. I can just do that in this. Womp womp. 1d4.
Okay, just one moment, please.
I'm just going to hang on.
Okay, she takes 2 damage. And, yep, you've got her grappled. Next up, unless there's anything else you want to do?
I don't really... I guess I already used my action, didn't I? There's nothing really... I was going to say I can prepare my action for next turn, but nope, I already took an action. So, I guess there's nothing else I can really do. I'm just kind of growling.
Okay, next
like
up,
a little
Squish.
feral creature.
You can try. You've got to find it first, though. Roll an investigation, please.
Samael was the last one that had it. Caw-caw.
Yeah, you can see it on the feet, near Samael's feet. Okay, roll acrobatics for me, please. Yeah, you have advantage on this.
Hey guys, I hate to say this, I have to go, and I'm sorry to cut out at this point,
Yeah,
but
don't
can
worry
someone
about
pick
it.
up the slack on Holly?
Yeah, no problem. I'm just going to check it. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get the mask on her, but yeah, she's just too far gone.
Thank you all for being amazing. I'm going to
No
listen to
worries, Deke.
I hope we see you next time.
See you, Dee.
You take care of yourself, D.
As you try and force the mask back on, something strange happens, and Ardeth sends out a blast of energy in this direction, knocking Holly and Cartha back and prone.
So that would be a Constitution saving throw before. Again, I was just about to say I actually needed to be able to.
I was giving you a way to get out of it.
I appreciate that. I would, but let me actually just make the con saving throw for you, just for the fun of it. Sure. There you go. Yeah, so the spell is still
okay.
So yeah, for the
That's
sake
cool.
of it, if I'm not back for when it comes to his turn and everything, Cart's going to keep trying to have the Phantasmal Force up, doing 1d6 non-lethal.
Okay.
But if it fails, then he's going to try and charm her with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, so I shall be
next.
back as soon as I can.
Okay. Squish, is there anything else you'd like to try to do? Okay, next up is Jeremiah.
Well, wonder. Squish has put the mask on her,
Yeah.
so the mask is tied to her. Well, I think Jeremiah is going to try and talk sense into her.
You can try.
Yeah, I can try. Persuasion is totally not his strong suit, so... Look, you're in control. You're in charge of yourself. Not the feral version. The wild. You are. You are a person who knows they're doing.
Roll persuasion. Okay, 15. So that's a roll wisdom save. You notice her stop struggling and watch as the lines change from red to a light blue.
Are you back?
Is there anything you'd like to try?
There's not much he can try. He's not going to knock her down.
I mean, I technically have her grappled right now, don't I?
Yes, she's grappled.
Yes. Do you want me to tie a bit of rope around her?
You can try.
Alright, what would you want me to roll? Sleight of hand? Survival?
Yes, roll sleight of hand.
Alright, let's see. That should do
Yeah,
the
that
trick.
succeeds.
Now, she's outside.
Awesome.
Untie me.
Well,
Definitely
make sure-
not a natural voice, is it?
Not until we make
You?
sure that you're back being you.
Calm. You get untied. Fighting and slamming your head against things does not do any good for anyone.
I've massacred hundreds of fools. It was a long time. I remember it well. And as a power crystal, why isn't there? I can sense it. You're keeping it in that ship, aren't you? Right.
The fuck is going on?
I have no idea. I'm gonna roll Arcana to see what senses in the ship.
Yeah, you can definitely sense something in the ship resonating with the same frequency as the crystal in Ardeth's stomach.
There's something in there she doesn't like. Really.
Or something that draws out the feral.
That crystal is mine by right.
I take it, because then I got dibs.
This is not how things work.
Is if you're stealing them.
You wouldn't even know what to do with Foreclaimer technology.
Yeah, I was
But
going
it'd be
to
pretty.
go up to the ship and investigation to see if he can look through any windows or portcullises to.
There's a large
you-
hole in the hull just where you stood. You can get inside.
Alright. And that's what he's going to do, being nice and small.
Mm-hmm.
Going to wiggle inside. I'm assuming acrobatics.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, you slide in very easily.
And another look around inside the ship.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'll let you have an advantage. You can sense the crystal somewhere inside the hole, but you're not quite sure where.
He's gonna poke his head out the hole again. Out the hole. Squish.
Just say the hole's big enough for people to get through.
Okay. Could I get some extra eyes in here?
And my treasure sniffing nose will find it. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop up and help.
Yeah, fair enough. Come on.
Terribly
Every-
sorry about that. Jeremiah turns to the owner of the swamp.
No, it's unusual, I will admit. It is very, very unusual.
Yeah, looks like she can sniff some. She senses something because you seem to have a crystal in the ship that resonates with her people. And her being one of the last.
Yeah, Squish. I'll tell you what, Samael guides you towards a strange casket near the mast just here. And inside you find a glowing blue crystal.
I didn't even roll investigation. I probably should have done that.
Yeah, would have.
Might have been easier, yes.
Look at Squish. All right, let's try and get it out of here.
As you touch
Big
the
is it?
crystal, I'd say it's about 6 inches long, about an
Right.
inch wide. But as you touch the crystal, a strange ethereal figure begins to form, wearing a similar mask as to the one Ardeth is wearing. And I just need to put on some music.
Oh,
If you are seeing this recording, then doubtless you have discovered this crystal. You have found the ruins of the foreclaimed civilization within this world. But we cannot quite remember what happened to our own. Know that we came here to escape. And this crystal bears a memory for one of ours. I pray that you do not let her have this crystal. Maybe she's forgotten what she did. Maybe she remembers, but... well... hopefully that won't be the case. And with that, the figure disappears.
You're the only one who could help me, Kenobi. I don't know a lot about Star Wars, but I had to make the joke. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, works.
So what are you going to do?
Did we recognize the figure, like, at all?
No. All you know is that this figure seems to be a full claimer as well.
Okay, and she didn't want us to show this to give this to who?
Someone.
Someone, yeah.
Her.
Ooh.
I have a feeling we know her. In fact, she's currently tied up. That's just a feeling, it's not a fact.
Alright, so we're gonna keep this little thing hidden then?
Roll
I'm gonna
I'm out-
swipe
I'm
it.
Arcana
I'm
check.
outside.
Anyone
Arcana
who's,
check, okay.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Where's my Arcana? That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Anarchy, you don't need to be a wizard to know that Ardeth will be able to sense this crystal as long as it's nearby.
If it's near them?
Yeah, she will always know where that crystal is if it's within a certain radius.
Well, so I don't know how to hide its presence, but I'm gonna swipe it anyways.
Are you crazy?
My beautiful
Uh.
swiper no swiping skills, except the opposite of that. My amazing swiping skills. I am but a fox.
with an 8.
I have double proficiency in sleight of hand, so this is gonna be great. I probably could just pick it up, but I'm extra
That-
like
Yeah, you
that.
can just because you
Um,
wanted to.
That's going to be so much fun with Ardeth.
Could I try to destroy the crystal?
You can try.
All right.
Dang. Yeah, I never even thought about that. Like,
Someone
how
else,
shiny is it?
Samael's going to raise his mace up high and bring it right down on the crystal.
As you bring it down, a charge gives off, throwing you back 5 feet.
It likes me better.
Anarchy, as it gives off a charge, it hits you as well
Oh. Oh.
and knocks you back 5 feet.
Bad, new friend. Bad.
Do we take any damage?
No, you don't take any damage. This was just designed to keep you away from it.
No.
I'm gonna go try to pick it up again.
Okay. I think the best option would probably just to be get away from here
Will it let me
as
pick it
quickly
up?
as possible.
Yeah, you can pick it up again.
So I'm picking it up. For now, my new friend. You shall be called. And what does it look like again? What color? Like, is it very shiny?
It's blue. It's like a spike shape.
Key shape?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. It's designed to go into a Four Claimers crystal receptacle.
Alright. Let's see. What
Looking back
name?
there.
Okay, no, put that down. We need to get away from
You-
here.
Coral. Because you're
Give
blue like
me
the
the
ocean.
crystal.
Coral is my friend.
Anarchy is trying to Ardeth is trying to drag herself towards the entrance of the ship.
You are staying right where you are.
Give me my crystal.
Okay. Nope. It is mine now by the property of stealing.
As you say that, Ardeth tenses her arms and she just shatters the rope.
Well, I'm gonna stealth like hardcore right now. Can I get out of this situation?
I would roll dexterity.
Dexterity. Oh man. Oh heck.
And Jeremiah's jumping her.
Yeah,
You're not going to do anything.
Samael's doing the same.
Oh, sorry. Ardeth grabs Anarchy's throat, tears the crystal out of her grasp and drops her.
Aw.
And as you do that, she pulls the power crystal out of her own stomach and inserts the blue one.
And what's she doing with the one she just pulled out of her stomach?
She's just holding it.
Well, can I try to snatch
you
that out of
watch
her
as-
grasp?
You can do so.
Awesome. I'm gonna snatch that other one out of her grasp then.
Oh. I'm going to try and get the blue one away from her, and
As you try to reach for it, it repels you.
Alright, what
Anarchy,
about the
you
one she just took out of her?
Yeah, she's not resisting, you just grab it.
Awesome. I'm gonna pocket that one real fast.
And you watch as her mask falls off again. The lines go back to gold. And you just watch as her eyes go wide as she receives a message from this crystal. You watch as tears start filling her eyes. The crystal falls out. The lines vanish, her eyes go back to what would be called, what for anyone else would be normal, revealing beautiful ocean blue eyes as she collapses unconscious.
I'm gonna snatch up that blue crystal again. I'm gonna snatch coral back up. What color is the other crystal?
It is yellow, and she needs that crystal.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna place the newly dubbed Sunny into the back with her.
Okay. You watch as the glowing lines return, her eyes go back to the usual black and gold, but she's still unconscious.
Cool.
Looks like she learned something about herself that's wasn't too good.
As
Everybody
I'd
has to
like you
learn
all
something
to-
like that about themselves.
I'd like you all to roll perception, please.
hey. Perception.
Looking with my eyes.
The ship is made out of ship.
And let's see, I have to roll quick. Yeah, you all immediately hear the pulling back of a hand bow, as from behind the bow of a ship steps out a man wearing a long coat with what looks like a sack on his head. A mask made out of sackcloth.
Oh god,
And
it's a
he aims
scarecrow!
at you.
Oh, I was about to say a scarecrow looking thing.
Yeah, he looks like a scarecrow. And he just glares you going, Indira, who the hell are these people? It's alright, Sin. They came looking for you. Yeah, well, they came looking for me. They found me. And by the look of it, they found a hell of a lot of trouble as well.
I'm made of trouble.
So you're a Sin.
Lots of things.
Yeah, I'm Sin. And may I ask what...
Because I kind of know Sin, right?
You know of him, and you know how you would get him to be a lot more friendly to you.
I know what?
Do you know how to get him to be a lot more friendly to you as well?
How?
2 words. One is the word the other is the word mistress.
Miss Missy!
You what?
Missy! You're Sin, aren't you? Big bad Sin. Miss Missy knows you.
Yeah, I don't know who Miss Missy is. So...
The mistress.
Yeah, Miss Missy.
As soon as you say the word the mistress, he puts the handball away. What the hell did you just say? You knew her.
Miss Missy, I know her.
Right, well,
I only made her acquaintance short while. But
gives the best hugs.
But the
That
kiddo
Miss
over
Missy?
here, the unconscious one, Holly, he turns around and sees that Holly's slumped next to the tree.
Holly's got back up. She's very unsteady on her feet. She's in shock.
And Professor, weren't you working for the mistress as well?
Technically, we all are. Different
she
things.
said something about a professor. And
Hello.
yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you all, but I really think since he points at Holly and Ardeth, since those two ain't in the best condition, we should probably get you somewhere safe. And I have no furniture prepared for that, so you'll just have to imagine furniture.
I am great at imagining furniture.
That was out of character.
I can dream of furniture.
You would
It's
make a
like
great
a
conceptual, furniture designer.
Just for argument's sake.
No. Me saying I'm great at imagining furniture was also out of character.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Sin looks at you and goes, right, well, I'll best get you all back somewhere safe. Come on, follow me. He leads you inside the ship and down into a warren of tunnels. As you follow him through the tunnels, you start wondering where you're going exactly. You're walking for quite a while.
We're walking in circles.
Is it dark?
Bit of survival skill.
No, it's lit with a very small candle, so there's just enough light to be able to see.
Yeah.
Another tiefling feature that Anarchy has is just
dark vision. You'll be able to see
dark vision, but also like eyes that glint like animals. You know, when you shine a flashlight at them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to.
As well as the whole shadow pointing in the wrong direction thing.
Yeah, you.
So it's going toward the
Basically.
candle instead of away from the candle. Love that tiefling feature. It's so cool and frightening.
As you make your way through, you eventually find Sin opens a false wall leading into some tombs.
Comfy.
Yeah, well, all churches in this neck of the woods have these little smugglers' entrances. Now,
I
come
lived
on.
in a church once.
Using churches as dispensaries.
It was very crowded.
Well, if there's a crowd in here, they're not going to come around and annoy you.
Crowds were fine.
Well, this is a dead crowd.
Mm.
Sometimes they make the best audience.
You do sit and listen
Sin
very well.
Leads you up through out of the catacombs and into the church above. As you find behind the altar, underneath the altar, is the secret entrance into the catacombs below. Nice change of music. In a minute.
What god is the church for?
You look around and see a symbol of a cloud with 3 lightning bolts
I
and
know
a
what
few other.
that means.
Could you roll religion
so it's
checks?
multiple?
Yes, multiple, but the largest one is this storm cloud. So, anyone want to run a religion check or? Right. Okay, so that's Jeremiah, Anarchy.
How an algebra I am under this religion.
Samael, Jeremiah. 1 second, just roll. Yeah, actually no, Anarchy as well. No worries, Dan. You realise this is symbol of Valkyr, one of the sea gods. Which is appropriate for a church in Island Archipelago. Sin looks at you and goes, wait here a minute, and goes into this room here. After a few minutes, I was changing music, as I should have done a second ago. This gentleman.
I'm sorry, I don't know what this music reminds me of, but it reminds me of something that I found really funny at the time.
Yeah, it's
don't know what it is.
used in a lot of YouTube poops and stuff.
Oh, okay.
This gentleman walks back out. Now then, I suppose I shall be the first to welcome you to Gelrad.
Thank you for having us. It's been an eventful trip so far.
Quite. Come on, we best get your friends inside. He motions to the room here and leads you across, showing 2 small beds for Ardeth and Holly to rest in.
Okay. Karth will help Holly in.
Right. He gives them a quick check and then comes back out. So, how can I help you?
We were...
Shoes. I need them.
And once you've given her your shoes, we... just a bit of humor.
That guy's eye.
Yes, that too. But no, suddenly I started turning... The voices started to devolve into the freaking the Mad Hatter. Oh my gosh.
Could be worse. Turning into Ayers.
Can celebrate our unbirthday together.
No, very merry birthday to you. No, actually, we're here on behalf of the mistress. She wanted your assistance in smoothing over some of the tensions between the service folk here and the Aquan society. And basically, we're just going to bring him up to speed about the whole thing of Sahwagin trying to basically the child of a sea serpent deity was half-inched, and we're trying to track them down.
Very much.
Bear with me just 1 second, because Jurnis is just sending a message.
She also very much
about to wrap
insisted.
it up. About to wrap it up in a second, Jurnis.
Also, very much insisted that we needed your shoes.
I'm afraid I can't give you my shoes, but Clegg thinks for a second. Well, Sargon's situation is somewhat difficult, but he holds up the blue crystal. I'm afraid that this is a little more important.
What is that exactly?
I've done a little looking into the ruins where these crystals come from, and this crystal is a data crystal. Whatever your friend saw in this crystal clearly overwhelmed her.
So it's like a calendar.
It could be it's basically a book.
Very informative book about a journal or something. Like a diary. Is it a diary?
And with that, we reach the end of our session for tonight.
Yes.
So,
Alright.
play the game.
DerKork falling asleep again.
No, that's fumble off the game.
Duck flail,
I think
gets
the duck flail was pretty good. No, Anarchy ripping those ducks to pieces. That was
that wins it. That
was good work.
Fail
the
of the
picture
game.
happening like right now.
As I said, me dozing off again.
Okay. Any thoughts and theories?
I have to confess, I kept having to tune out because I kept having to deal with Popper's situation and everything. But I'm going to have to recap some of the stuff that we missed with that crystal and everything. But no, I'm liking it so far. It's interesting.
Yeah, because I went to go let my my dog back inside the house. I didn't exactly catch who was kind of losing it.
It was Ardeth.
Ardeth was losing it.
We'll try and compare notes tomorrow, Liz.
Yeah.
I mean, Anarchy's losing it all the time, and you don't see them attacking anyone.
It's fairly obvious Ardeth is the one that was the reason for the downfall of the folk. At least from where I stand, it seems reasonable.
No,
it seems
from the perspective of the player, not the character.
It seems to me we've fallen down the Morrowind rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good place to leave it for tonight. So, going first, it's a good night from Kork.
Good night.
Good night from Dennis.
Good night, everybody.
A good night from Icy.
Good night, everyone.
I'll say good night on behalf of Jurnis since her microphone's not on.
Revenge!
And I will have my Rewenge. And a good night from Lizzie.
Hey, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Night.
Oh, we